What is up, people? So let's get it in. Here's what I wanted to do. Um, First of all, what the fuck is up for the day? Man, I had a good, good conversation a little while ago with Seek and Find in the back chats. Um, Not every day you get to do that, so definitely wanted to announce that that did happen, and it was very enjoyable. Thank you, Seek. Um, One of the things that I did notice, and I spoke on it yesterday, that I may I definitely kind of was going overboard with the way I was handling things for a little bit. I get it. My bad. Won't happen for now. I don't want to say for good because hey, the realization is I can't guarantee nothing, but um, I definitely saw the error in my ways and be able to be able to fix that, and not do it again. It works for me, right? So let me see here. Got to get the hangout going, and then we will go from there. It is. We'll go from there. Now, I wanted to discuss right off the bat Chris Berry's observations that he's presenting to us. And when I say us, I mean flat Earth and the globe and the issues that I have with it at least. That he doesn't present clear things. He doesn't present honestly. Now, when I say this, I'm saying it with the 100% proof of what I'm speaking of. You guys have seen it. I've talked about it 1,000 times. He nitpicks images that are, man, I I wouldn't even use them if I needed to get as minimal amount of information as I could. Um, excuse me. It's to the point where it's very frustrating to deal with it because I know as long and as well as the people that I've asked and are willing to be honest about it, some of them are kind of sketchy. When I say sketchy, I mean as in why would you pick that rather than use some other piece of evidence? Um, for instance, I'll pull up the couple of the images I'm talking about and pull up a video or a couple videos that Red Pill um, uploaded a while ago, I guess, and Chris was talking to us yesterday or earlier today in Jose's chat about it, and I had actually seen it the day before. Excuse me, and or yesterday morning when Jose was recording this hangout but not airing it. He disingenuously will say so and so is here. This is what we're looking at, and he's wrong. He's just flat out wrong, and I'm going to show you guys. Um, let's do this real quick. I'm just going to get over to the pictures and do this. Yesterday he showed us these, or yesterday on Jose's panel that wasn't able to go on. He showed a few of us on the panel this image. The argument basically was that his images are the shoddy. He's not giving us information, correct information. He's almost just saying what he thinks needs to happen so that it works that way. Um, for instance, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some clips that I took from that. It's Let me think. This is one situation that we had, but there was another one with Red Pill, his uploads that I actually have to go to Red Pills to find. But it's all of them is right in the very beginning of everything. And again, he states his case. This is what I think we're seeing. Then someone will come across and say, Chris, this is what's happening, or Chris, this is the issue. For instance, this image. I said, Chris, the problem with this image is the one on the left is clearly more zoomed in than the one on the right. He says it doesn't matter. He's basically telling us, he You know what? Let me get this clip real quick because if I don't think, where did I put it? I know what it is because I can explain it easily, but I can also just allow you guys to hear it again, or you guys hear it, so that it's not that word of mouth crap that Chris keeps accusing people of. Let's see if I can find this. Perfect. I did. All right, I'm gonna move this over here. We're gonna see how this works out. All right, so let me find where we're at. Where is the file? I guess that may work. Oh, here, perfect. Oh, I found it. Move this out the way. Let me go ahead and move this so I can. Give me 1 second. Need to make sure this file works. All right, perfect. So like I was saying, I blah blah blah. I'm kind of doing it through the clips already. I didn't really edit it all the way yet, so it's going to be basically the clips in the editor system still. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Go ahead and move this. And you may hear it, but okay, so I'll go ahead and play it, and let me see if I can get this to share real quick, and that way you'll be able to see it. Okay, perfect. Now again, this is on my. It's still on my. On my. On the computer, so in the editor still. So I didn't get a chance to actually finish doing it. So it may be a little choppy or something, but or choppy in the sense of not a full scene of something. We're gonna go do this, and that way you guys can see the full screen. And so what we're talking about is basically the images I was just showing you. He's presenting images, and then after what you hear, it'll be another observation that he presents, and that will be when I go to red pills. But right now, this is just the images I was showing you, and the issues that I had with it, and how I show him it's not a good it's not a correct uh, it's not a correct thing to say. I guess I don't even know how to explain it. He's giving us false information. He's playing to the argument. He's saying everything we would want to hear in correct details for the information, but it doesn't correlate with what we're looking at ever.
Saying it's something's going on with refraction that
Is
causes
it compressed on the y-axis
um
and not on the x-axis?
it appears to be on the x-axis, right?
Horizontal or vertical? Sorry.
Horizontal.
And I wanted to show this part. If you can see it, it's probably maybe a little difficult, but there's the two black trash can looking shapes in the on the images. Okay, well, those are his rendition of how you would measure up scale in the photo. You would take a ruler typically and place it next to whatever you're observing, and what that does is no matter what angle or perspective you're looking at this object from, the ruler becomes a reference to the size so that you can still gauge the size of it correctly. Well, that's what he's done. But the problem is as you see in these two images, all he's done is just place that in there. And he doesn't understand it doesn't work that way. You can't just place an object into two images and that becomes its measurement. It doesn't work. Carlos in the chat at the time says, "Hey, those images aren't even the same scale. You can't do that." He says, "Well, I made the trash can, the little the measurement scale, the scale object. I made it a little bit smaller. But how did you check to see if it was the correct size? He didn't. So no matter what conversation we're having about these images, it does not work. Why? Because the scale images he uses or the scale object he uses to scale the two images together don't work. It doesn't even make sense. So Carlos tells him, overlap. If you overlap, or actually, I tell him right off the bat, they do not match up. It doesn't work. It's not even, they're not the same location. It's in the same location as in the same place, but not where the same place you took the picture before. Not the same day, obviously. And sure as hell, not even anywhere near as zoomed in as he was in that first picture on the left. And of course, he goes against me every time. So I showed him this. I told him I did overlay it. He tries to make it seem like you can't overlay stuff. BS. He knows it. I know it. But it is what it is. What am I looking at? Because why is that picture not showing up? That is weird. Give me 1 second, because I definitely have that image. That I shouldn't be doing that. Hang on. Ah, okay. It was part of something else before I used it. Okay, sorry about that. But I showed him. I literally put the one picture. I took the occupancy or whatever the fuck you call it off. The transparency of it. Damn it. Sorry. I turned it down, and I showed him how I overlaid it and how it didn't work. And because the way what I'm trying to explain is what I had to do is I explained him. I literally had to downscale the one on the left to make it match. But the reason I did that was because I wanted it to match up so I can show him right here where my I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, hopefully. Actually, I don't think you can. In the top left of the image, or you can look at this one and you can see them both up in here. On the top left of each picture, there's a pole sticking up out of that mountain right there. Right? We told him it's not the same location. He tells us it is. If it had been the same location, Chris, in this image, the poles would have lined up. It's a little difficult to see, and I can change that. But there's one pole on right there, and if you look to the left of it, you can see another pole. It's kind of faded, but it's there. It's there. And the realization of, hey, Chris, man, again, you're giving us observations that don't make any sense. It doesn't work if it doesn't make sense, right? Okay. Well, so with that said, that's pretty clear. That's I was correct in my assessment of that. And that wasn't even the photos that were all crappy. I didn't even get to that. And then this is from the other observation that he makes. He made an observation based on what Red Pill had done. I guess the one with he's looking at the like a hotel or something, and he disingenuously lies. He told someone in the chat, in Jose's chat earlier, that and in the hangout, that the location at which Red Pill had taken those observations were the same locations, same elevations. And because if you take them from different times and different elevations, you will get a different outcome. So, with that said, back a little bit because now you're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So, again, you're about to see the image that I was talking about that he presented. And I'm telling you, this is what he presented these next images before he presented these ones. If you have OBS, right, Chris?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, hang on. What could be to do the weather? The different size of the mountains?
Yeah.
That's
perspective. That's the way.
That's you're just assuming there's magnification then. What I'm saying
No,
is
I'm
if
not
we
even
have
talking
nothing
about
direction.
forget magnification.
So how does the weather gonna affect the size of the mountain?
This could be compressed on the right side. If it actually what you actually see is probably more of a, this one on the
Yeah.
left's probably
I'm
accurate.
talking on the peaks of the mountains. Like
Yeah, I
those peaks.
know.
But
I know.
that's saying okay. Anyway, all we're saying is we have nothing to really
Yeah, give me
verify that it's the same distance and the same size of the picture.
if you guys give me like 5 minutes, I can try to do what we're trying to ask him to do, so you can at least see what we're asking for.
Anyway, go ahead, Jose. I think you had something. Go ahead, man.
No, Sean, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that I just screenshotted his image. I'm gonna see if I can try to do what we're trying to ask him to do. So that way he kind of, I don't know if he understands what we're saying. And if I do it, I do the overlay with.
So here's one that is the same view, same distance, and everything, same target. And on this one, you see a bunch of houses and land and things, and over here you don't see anything.
And what I see,
Out.
this is what I see on this one. In the left, it's a pretty clear day, and in the right, it's just a inferior mirage and just massive distortion. That's
right, but you would, but see, that's the point. Is you would look at this and say, well, there's nothing there. It's been obstructed due to curvature.
So right now, so you should understand that the pictures aren't going to line up because of how I was editing it and trying to get things matched up. But this is right here is what we're the task at hand. So again, in Red Pill's observations, he starts off on a beach and then zooms in to whatever hotels or something there was. Which again, he does this whole, or Chris does this whole, one's fuzzy, one's clear. But the crux of this argument was based on where was his observations? Red Pills. Now, if you see right here, it says camera height 6 feet above sea level. Now, look at where that water's at. Right? Look at where the shoreline. Oh, no shoreline. And again, now look at the second observation that he made. Does that look the same the same elevation as the one before? Because if that's the case, he would have to be in the water above it 6 feet to be correct. But what he's doing, what we're looking at right now, are two different elevations, two different conditions, two different, not even different locations, but different perspectives of it. The way he's looking at it is different from this other observation. So Red Pill may have stated that they were different observations, and he did not. He may not have stated that they were the same elevation and location, but Chris did, and that's false. That's wrong. And if you don't, if you're going to ignore that and purposely say that you're good, you're lying. That's bad. Because I'm going to tell you now, Chris, how does that shit work in that situation? If it's flat, if it's like I think it is.
That's what I asked him, and he said, "Oh yeah, but don't you know the liquid oxygen is paramagnetic?" And I thought, yes, it is, but that doesn't explain how you've got a layer of liquid oxygen holding our.
Yeah, and like I said, there wasn't much really to show. It's pretty clear that he's wrong. Again, it's pretty clear that I don't want to say he's doing it on purpose, but damn, it looks like he's doing that shit on purpose. So want to get that out of the way. Go ahead and pull the chat up. I do apologize on that. You know how I roll. Okay, Chris is here. I'm not sure if he wants to jump on and try to explain thus images. Give me a second so I can get everything pulled up and look at the chat. Let's see what Chris is saying. Well, I don't really care to read through it, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the Hangout in chat, and if he would like to jump on, it's more than welcome to, along with everybody else. You guys know how I roll: open panel, open topic. Though there is, key points I try to get into. But yeah, one of the things that I it's just aggravating, because again, I understand that I was being a dick past week and a half to Chris, and I did my apologies to him. I don't need to disrespect him, but at the same time, I'm gonna call him on the info. He knows that. I told him that, Hang on, don't talk yet because they can't hear you.
Hello.
All right, what's up? What's up, Chris? What's up, Seek? And there's another person. And what's up? Why you are an idiot?
Hey,
How you guys doing?
so
What's up,
who's on the
Sean?
baller side? Who's on the flat earth side?
What's up? What's up?
It doesn't matter. You should only be on the true side.
It's flat.
But
Don.
hey, Chonky.
Yeah, I know it's flat. No one has to tell me. It's obvious. Anyone who believes otherwise is stupid.
Yeah.
It's me.
But,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Can I be
you.
heard?
You can be heard.
Sweet.
Before we all go into anything, I kind of want to give Chris the opportunity because I didn't see him in the chat while I was doing it. So, Chris, did you want to speak on what I showed?
I think you should just read out what he wrote to you in the chat because that shit was funny.
We'll see. I'll try to find it.
You got most of that wrong.
Okay, what did I get wrong?
Well, so I said stuff that Red Pill didn't say. That's wrong. Red Pill, I am only mimicking what Red Pill is saying, which is that he was same elevation and same distance to the hotel.
Okay,
and
I told you, Chris, I whatever reason, I didn't hear it from him. I heard it from you, and on Jose's hangout, you didn't say anything about low and high tide.
Yes, I did.
Okay, well,
because somebody else asked.
I'm gonna tell you right now
why the water line is high.
Okay, so say again.
Somebody else asked the question why the water line was higher, and I told them that Red Pill said it was a high tide on one day and a low tide on the next.
No, you did not say that. You were expressing to us that it was the same, and that was all there was to it. That's how the stuff I have. That's why
the same location, Sean.
Okay, it can be the same place, but if it's not going to be 6 foot observation, then it's going to be different. Observation will be different.
It's not. It's not different.
Okay.
The high tide didn't do anything.
Wait. So you're saying
pushed him back a few feet.
Okay, let me share it again because what you're now telling me is that high tide brings the water level up to your view into your perspective as well. Because I'm gonna tell you right now that both the between the 2 days, the atmospheric conditions were so completely different. Where the camera actually was is so different that's why you get such. Okay.
Hey, you gonna pull it back up, Sean? Pull it back up.
So the conditions are different, and that's the whole point of the comparison is to see the power of atmosphere and refraction and how it came out of building and cut it in half basically in one day, and the next day you see all the way down to the base, the trees, and then the water line.
Didn't you say that was high tide and low tide, Chris?
Yes, he did.
No, the reason at the beginning that you see water in one and then sort of sand and water in the other is because the tide is different.
But just asked you. You said no, but you. Anyway.
That's okay, Sean.
But
I'm used to it.
Here's the issue. I don't have like a visual audio of the whole hangout. So, Jose, if you're out there, can you send that to me so I can cut it up and then do that because I only got bits and pieces from a non-airing it perspective of it. So, but yeah, I'll try to play this. It may talk about it a little bit better.
Do you have the beginning to the other one too? The other video?
I may.
Like if
I don't want
right there. If you compare the views at the beginning before he zooms in, you'll see he's at the same spot. You can see the same land on the left.
I don't have once he starts zooming in because that wasn't what I was trying to talk to you about that day. You have it though. You want to show it?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I don't have the zooming in part because that's why I didn't talk about the building part of that conversation. But hang on, let me see if this works and we'll see if we
I thought you were just showing it a minute ago before you put the link out.
No, I didn't record all the way through when you were showing the buildings. You know, once he zooms in, No,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm talking about before he zooms in. I'm talking about establishing the location of each shot.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't listen yet, but I'll play it right now.
Miles difference. So 6 feet is 80 foot refracted, and let's just say 10 foot.
We're not seeing
60.
anything.
So you're talking about 14 feet,
Except
right?
a scrolling bar.
Is that a difference of 14 feet?
Yeah, what are you doing to us, Sean?
Making you all confused. Duh.
When you guys are done with your horizon, let me
I
know
was
so I
confused
can
before I
join in.
got here.
Same man.
I
Just
came
looked at it.
prepared.
There you go.
Here's
Are
the
you a
water.
flat
Follow the
earther
water.
Give me a
or a ball? Or...
give me like
Which do you
10
want me to
You're
be?
lying,
minutes,
Jose.
and
You're lying.
I'll come back and I'll show you.
I
how
really don't
think I
care.
sound, or if
I get it. It's scary to talk thirds is flat. Okay, I get
Channel
it.
Q's
I
a
was
glurfer.
scared for a while. It still is kind of
No,
scary.
yeah, bro, I'm not-
I'm a
I
glober
would
who
love-
writes flat
I would
earth
love for that to
proofs.
be the fact. I actually would love for that.
Where
to be
was
fact.
the,
You're
It is.
lying.
this
Find that
observation
out.
taken from?
I'm trying to get to it right
Kahlua.
now.
Florida.
I believe so.
Like specifically
Where you
so
was
that I
standing,
could
bro.
go find it.
What are you talking about?
Go back to
It's Kahlua.
the
It was
zoom out.
taken in Biscayne Bay, where the Cuban children sleep all day.
Just Google Kahlua.
For any Steely Dan fans out there.
You know, what, 17, 20 miles away? Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
There, that was it. That was the other one. You just had it
That
up.
was that's the conversation, but I don't know why this clip isn't coming through. Hang on.
I see a little portion of it, but
hang on. I'm gonna
it
go
doesn't
get
seem to be
the
working.
yeah. I'm gonna get the original clip real quick, and I'll just scroll through it if I have to. That'll probably be
Yeah,
easier.
both of them are pretty much.
Once you guys are, done wasting your time on the horizon, I'll join in. All right.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Why is
thanks.
it the time?
I don't even.
Sorry, it's just the horizon thing is a joke to me at this point. It's like when someone uses it, I'm just like, whatever, it's stupid. I don't even care.
Well, that's the crazy. We're not even talking about the horizon right now.
Well, aren't you guys talking about refraction, horizon, something from Red Pill philosophy, right?
Well, right now we're talking about the fact that Chris gives us pretty bad observations. Okay, so
Yeah, I could care less about the observations. All I care is about what
Okay,
I care about what can be proven physically.
Did you just say you don't
All
care
we're saying is
about
we
the
have
observations?
nothing
Because the
to
observations
really
are everything.
verify that it's the same
I just
I
want to
care
throw
about
this
what
out
can be-
here.
picture.
Nice to meet you,
You're
why
gonna
you
do
are
like
an idiot.
5 minutes off.
If you're not interested
Try
in
to do
talking
what we're
about
trying
what
to
the
ask them
people
so
are
you can
here
at
to
least
talk
see what
about,
we're
why are you
asking
here?
for.
Anyway, go ahead, Jose. I think you have
1,
something.
the
Go
Earth
ahead,
is flat. 2, religion's true. And 3, he's trying to use
No, sure.
science.
All right,
to
there,
prove
there's
flat
no
Earth.
I was just
reason,
saying
there's
that,
nothing stopping
I
you
just
from going and
screenshotted
talking
his
about
image.
those
I'm gonna
things
see if I can
somewhere else
try
where
to
other
do what we're
people
trying-
want to talk about that.
Hey, Lewis, man,
Let's
chill
talk
out,
about
man.
my
Hey,
observation.
But
Chill out.
guys,
it's
hang on,
stupid
everybody.
to
I
try and use.
filmed from the shore of Massachusetts over the Atlantic Ocean and in the direction of the Eiffel Tower. Let's talk about my observation.
Hang on. Let's do this real quick because I want Chris to understand the issue that I have.
You cannot see the Eiffel Tower in my observation.
Hang on, Q.
Yeah.
Hang on, Q.
Created that
So-
style of telescope.
So
You don't
And
need to
he
hang on. I'm just being stupid.
later
I
on.
just want him to finish so I can show my stuff, and then we can just end this freaking
Oh,
debate.
okay.
'Cause
Well,
I
I
already
mean,
won.
the realization is you could start your own live streams if you want to dictate what we're doing. But
No.
hang on.
Right,
So,
exactly.
Like I was
Like
saying,
Finish up.
It's
I'm
pretty
gonna let-
disrespectful.
Stop. You just got here and you're already chasing people away, Lewis.
okay. So look.
That's your
So
personality.
okay. So let's see if this will play through, and then we'll see how much we got of it. Go all the way back to before you.
Yeah, go to the beginning where you begin.
It would be.
Right
I
here?
still would like to know
Yeah, you can see
exactly
the same
where.
strip of when that he was
Go
at.
back to
it'll
zero.
say-
Hit play.
hang on,
Go
it'll
back
say in
to
a second.
zero
Okay.
and hit play.
It's actually
That's zero.
the other location that we want.
Half of those.
On the image.
Yeah, when you do a zoom out like
No,
that,
2
you
feet
have to
won't
zoom
cut it.
out. You have to, no. When you do a zoom out and you want to show where your height, you got to point
I
down
don't
to
actually.
your
I
feet.
don't think the video says, but Lewis, I can get you the coordinates.
Yeah, get the
Well,
coordinates.
it says
would ya?
right here. Yeah, it doesn't say. It's just right there. The building and all that crap. Right there. MiamiCondoLifestyle.com would probably tell you. Okay, so
Well, that's the other side. That's where he's looking
yeah,
to.
that's
When you
yes,
see right here.
that is true. Yeah, I don't have that part though. I know I don't.
Yeah, and then totally different, totally
different
different
days?
weather,
We
totally
don't-
Let me
different
guess, this is
conditions.
flat
yeah.
Earth evidence. That's
Well-
why we don't know where it is.
No. I think they even said it. I think Chris even said it yesterday, but I don't because I was doing the whole picture thing while they were talking. All I have is real. Only thing that's consistent is the audio.
20 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes difference. It's not difficult to
Okay, so right there.
zoom in and
Kahlua
out
Bay,
and then
though,
put the
right?
camera either
Pause
lower
that.
or, I don't know, step up in a few steps and
So
then
you
zoom
see
in
that,
again.
that
Show
land on the left, right?
We see the land
You
on
see
the
the
left,
size
yes.
of it and the position. You can see the size and position of it. Now, when you go to the other video on the different day, that same piece of land with relatively same size and position is in that video as well. So then we can deduce that the location is the same.
I'm going to right now. So, okay, you believe that this image and that image are the same. You don't see
Yes.
you don't see the problem with what you're saying.
He means
What's
they're
the
the same
problem?
place.
Yeah, they're the same place. But he used in the other observations with the images that I overlaid it with each other. With that observation and this observation, he uses side by sides from these, and I'm trying to explain to him that you can't do that because they're from the exact, like, if I was gonna do what you're doing, Chris, I would go to this location. I would, at the best of my ability, find the exact same spot and make sure the most important thing, the elevation of the observation where your camera's at. Those are the problem. The observation is not from the same elevation. Right here, we can tell.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because they're not.
Because it's obvious.
It's very obvious. It's insanely. It's so obvious. It's
I would think that the other was zoomed in more too.
Yeah, like here we go.
So what elevation do you think this
Or
one is
cropped. Maybe it's cropped.
At about what elevation do you think this observation is?
I believe he said
7 to 10 feet.
I think he says 6 feet in it.
Excuse me?
No, wait. No, so that's this one. I would say he's probably sitting on the ground, maybe Indian style.
It said 6 feet above the ground in that one.
Well,
and this one says from 12
So what about
stories
this
up.
Yeah.
one? You see the water.
This one
he's
says
by the
12
sand,
stories
by
up.
the water.
Okay, Chris.
No,
you
maybe
don't-
there's a delay.
Look,
Sorry.
see that land? Yeah, I think there is, because it sounded like he was trying to respond, but not. See the land? This is the big red flag to me. Look at the land, that big island you keep talking about. It's a different perspective. He's looking in one image, he's looking southeast. In the next image, he's looking more just east. Like, that's an issue. His elevation doesn't even seem right, because look at the shoreline compared to here, where he says 6 feet, but I would say he's probably lower to the beach right now. That's not a high tide observation you would get. That's his feet have to be in the fucking water right now.
There's no way that this is Kahlua. I just want to say that. If this is, then he's not looking 14 miles.
I don't know where Channel Q got that. He just said that. Who knows?
No, it says it on there.
All right. Well,
right here.
Kahlua is not there. There isn't a body of water 14 miles long near Kahlua, so it's just not possible.
Well, what's Kahlua? Where does it say Kahlua? I don't see that.
Kahlua is great. Coffee drink.
Okay, so here's the thing. We know
White Russians? Never heard of them?
I'll show you exactly how you know, Chris. See how right there it says Miami Code Watch. So go to that website, and then you find the locations, and then you look for a body of water near them. If there's not a 14 mile long or wide body of water, Red Pill's full of fucking shit.
Well, why don't you do it?
I'm doing
All
it
right.
right
So
now.
what's the
I'm
hotel's
doing it
called?
right
What's
now.
the hotel called?
Miami condos.
Miami Condos. What that hotel in the picture? Can we find out what that one's called?
No.
No, well, I'm pretty sure it's a chain of them because.
Yeah, it's a whole development project, dude. You need to go to the website and then you got to scour that.
Yep.
Pretty sure I heard them. Yeah, I got the wrong one. I'll Google for myself.
I'm just gonna search around for 14-mile bodies of water in Florida.
I mean, he's by the ocean, dude. You're gonna find 14-mile stretch of water.
Okay, but he's not on the ocean. He's not observing across an ocean, so he's going to be observing across a 14-mile-an-hour body, right? So we're going to find the locations. Like what you just started. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've already seen all this, but go for it.
What did you say? Go ahead. Continue. I want to hear it before I find it.
No, just go for it.
No. See, because if I find, then you'll renege on what you were going to say. So go ahead and explain what you were going to say, so that if we'll see if it collaborates.
No, I didn't. All I was saying was I've already seen the location, and he's pulled up a Google map in another video, and he showed where he was and to
So
the
then,
distance.
what's it called?
It's called the Biscayne, Biscayne. I don't know how I screwed that up.
Okay.
Right? Biscayne. I'm not sure.
I'm not even gonna try.
Biscayne. I'm pretty sure that's the right one, right?
Right.
Pull up a Google map. And,
I am.
and put that in, and then zoom out, and I'll show you the relative location of where he was.
Because that's an artificial island, right? That we're looking at. I'm just trying to figure out where this is.
That's
I'm pretty
Cuba.
sure that
It's proof of the flat Earth.
fucking Cuba. Come on, Sean. Cuba's not an artificial island, dude. What are you trying to do?
Well, so where is the 14-mile observation allegedly from? Because that island is not 14 miles away.
If you'll pull up Google Maps and search for that, we'll look for it together.
Search for what?
He wants me to.
The location.
What should I type into Google Maps?
The condos. The name of the condo.
All right, what was the name?
We don't even know what the name of the fucking condo is. We only know what the name of the website is.
Yeah, no,
This is flat Earth fucking research, dude. We gotta guess our way through it.
And mind you, Chris, you're supposed to know all these things if it's going to be your observation. Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no fucking location on here that's going to have 14 miles on it, Chris. Where the hell could that be?
Zoom out.
No. If it's in this area, this is that area.
He's not on the same island, Sean. You got to zoom out.
Oh, okay. Where is he then?
There. Now to the well, now that's too far. A little bit more in. About right where your cursor is about right where I remember it being.
Okay, well, since you can't give me a good answer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deduce that it is most likely. Let's do this.
Okay.
Is it easier?
It looks like from where I've got here that this might be like, it's the same bay I told you, but it looks like they're called the Kenny Raymond PA Elite Miami Property. It says Elite Miami Property. It says Bay Condos. That's another one of them. Brickell Bay Club Condominium. Palm Bay Yacht Club Condominium.
NLQ, thank you. We're past.
No, we're not. Thank you. You can keep going because you're helping me locate exactly where it's at.
You found the condominium.
Okay, we've got Sienna at Deering Bay Condominium, and we got Verona at Deering Bay Condominium, or condo, it says in that one. And that's it for South Miami. That's it for South Miami. If you want me to go to North Miami, we could.
All right, I see. No,
I'm not seeing any condominiums listed here on the bay.
Yeah, me either.
That's all the ones in that bay. See, because there's this island. It's called it's called Key, like P-E-Y.
Okay, yeah.
Biscayne or something, whatever that word is.
I have an answer for you.
And it looks like that might be where the picture is.
Okay.
So if you want me to share my screen, I will.
Yes, please.
I have an answer for you, Sean.
What's up? Chris?
How do I do that? How do I share my share
screen on top of
Red pill
share
documents.
Here, see this?
Right.
See this little island?
When Channel Q, who doesn't know what she's talking about, wants to stop.
Wait, stop. Chris.
Sean asked me to share
I did.
this.
Thank you. Yeah, I asked her to share it because Chris. Okay, fine, Chris. I'm going to give you this one opportunity. Go tell me exactly the location. Otherwise, I'm going to continue on finding the location.
I think
go
it's
to
this.
Red Pill's video. Go to Red Pill's video, and he documents it in the video.
Then how come you couldn't tell me where it was? Since you're using his observation.
Chris, if you look right here, I don't know if you can see my arrow, but it says South Miami, and then right across this big body of water, it says Key Biscayne, and it's a little island. And then are all these condominiums around.
I think it's pronounced Biscayne. I think
Biscayne, yeah, something like Cayenne.
I
want to say like it's Cayenne.
I was just making a snarky joke. I was just making a reference.
We gotta fucking stop. Everyone stop. There is a insane problem here in the fact that there's only 4 miles in between that.
You're looking at the wrong location then.
Okay, let me share where
No, he's not.
Let me share what I'm at right now.
You're
Okay,
Or
not
well, if
maybe
we
a
go
red
all the
pill
way
is
up
blind.
the shore of Miami, we don't really find any more islands like that,
Yeah.
though. See, this is the problem. There's not another fucking island in the ocean.
Yeah,
This
Chris.
is the only motherfucking island in the ocean next to some condominiums that anybody could take a picture
Hey,
of.
I'm willing to go out and say right now that the island that you're looking at in
Oh,
that
wait,
video,
if we go down,
it's,
we can get to Key
it's like
Largo, but that's not
it's
Miami.
not even. I would say that's not even 3 miles away.
Yeah,
I would be shocked if it was 3 miles
there's
away.
nowhere in this image where land between each other are anywhere near 14 miles. Where, Chris, I need his exact location because his exact location has to be down here, way further
You have
south.
to go to the video.
No. I'm asking you, who used the observation, where do I go from?
It's in the video, Sean. He documents it in the video.
What's his video called? Which video is it?
Oh, sorry.
Chris, do you have any information that help this process? It's your observation, and you can't give us anything. We have to go do the information. Look, we're doing your job. It is your observation. You used it as your observation. What are you talking about? Don't say it's not your observation. You didn't. Hey, you didn't present this on Jose's panel yesterday.
Yeah, and if you want the exact location, you have to go to the video.
What video? What's it called?
Sean should have it. I posted the links, and he's been using the videos. I don't
Where,
know.
Where's the link? Where did you post the link?
I didn't post it. It's in my history. I have to go there to find it because Chris doesn't have what we're looking for.
Is it a Red Pill Media video?
Red Pill Philosophy.
What?
Okay, so it could be a possibility that Red Pill Philosophy is an idiot.
I mean, we already know that, but we're just. I mean, it doesn't. We know that. We just want to explain why he's wrong to this guy.
I just want to prove that
Barney's lined up the images almost perfectly, and when he switches between the two shots, it lines up.
Barney. Okay, it doesn't.
Yeah, but who knows how fucking far away that island really is?
But you know what doesn't line up? The shoreline in the observational, the height you said you were at. 'Cause I'm on Barney's right now, and I'm seeing what he's doing, and the water, it changes where he's at. He is not in the same location.
It's the tide. It's the tide.
Okay, so you're telling me the water. Okay.
This guy doesn't even have a video that says observation of Florida Island. It's just his mustache. Where's this video on Red Pill Philosophy?
John, if you want to have a conversation between us, you let me know.
Yeah, well, let me find out where all this information is. Okay, well, in the meantime, Chris, can you do me a favor and get some of that information?
I found it.
Go ahead and play it. Or
you want me to play this media video? Because there's nothing in the video that says where it's from. It says in the description, it says shirts, subscribe, Bitcoin, PayPal, support me, follow me. Nothing about this video was taken from.
Yeah, where
to play the video.
Can you share the link in this chat, and then I'll scroll through it and try to find it. I don't want to play his whole video on my stream.
Video I just put in the chat to the room.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna put it in the chat back here.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through this.
So if you go to 159, you can see I'm using Google Maps to show where the observation is from and to.
Thank
so
you.
159.
Okay, well, all right. So, Chris, why didn't you just say that the observation wasn't from the island, or wasn't of the island?
I said that.
No, you didn't. You just said.
You guys wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Wow. No, Chris, I made it very clear. You said it's at the beach, and I went, yeah, but there has to be a body of water in between it, and you went, it's over. It's just look on the map. You didn't say anything. Like you keep saying, you say stuff, but you didn't. I'm telling you right now, you didn't. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. We would be at the spot 20 minutes ago.
Okay, great.
I just said you wasted the last 10 minutes because you weren't listening to me. You were trying to find condos or something on.
You're the one who told us to go on Google Maps and look for the condos, Chris.
And another issue?
A minute later,
dude, great.
Said, oh, by the
this
way,
is good.
No. This isn't good. This is not good because I'm going to say something real quick. Chris.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
That his zero is starting in the ocean. Like, this guy's just stupid.
No, he was out on a little tiny bridge.
Is there a
like
partard
little
right
land
there?
bridge. Yeah.
Here, let me go.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
the
then I apologize
location's
for that.
good. The location's good.
Where's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, no, that's great. This is a great observation. Let's go find the obstruction.
Yeah, you go look for the obstruction. You let me know when you find.
I will.
What partard he's talking about.
It's obvious.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Amazing.
Can you share your screen? Somebody just.
Barney's got it up.
Yeah, Barney's looking at it. I don't know about all that. Where's the okay? So that Barney, do you think so? That black point is that what we're seeing as in the island we're seeing?
So this is where he's standing, right?
Okay.
And when he zooms out, this is the island which is in the left side of the picture.
Okay.
Which is the one that is visible on my damn it. Sorry, too many screens. On this one.
Yep.
Who's
okay.
that coming from?
So these are the aligned images of that island.
That's not an island, that's a plateau.
Sorry, peninsula?
Peninsula, that's what that shit is.
Can everyone who's not talking mute?
He's looking at the Cape Florida lighthouse.
Oh my God.
So that's so the distance is okay, right? And the other issue, okay, so then my next question would be, Barney, do you believe that the tide is the only thing that changes and his observational height is the same in both?
I don't know. So I'm somewhat of an unbiased viewer here because I haven't seen the discussion on Jose's. This is the first time I'm being presented with information, and I'm just trying to keep up and verify everything as it's being said.
Okay, so yeah, everything so far you're at is verified. Chris, you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, is that noise you? It sounds like you have like a loud fan on.
No, it's not me. It's not me. I'm not sure who it is. I can't see anything.
Vacuumer. Somebody's vacuuming.
Okay, it's why you are.
Why are you an idiot?
Yeah.
He's an idiot, apparently. He can't mute his fucking channel.
That's that same island I said it was, that he was looking at, that Key Biscayne.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was right. I don't know why I thought it was Kahlua. It must have been the cayenne threw me off. I was thinking cayenne pepper. Then I was like, oh, that's Kahlua. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Someone's thirsty.
Wait, what?
Cayenne and Kahlua. That would be a tasty treat, wouldn't it?
I guess so.
So wait. Observation 1. He is zooming in past the island and jumps to, okay, let's see again. Okay, and you can see the
This one's definitely
lighthouse. So the slight issue that I have is that the video jumps at the crucial moment, but
yeah, it's like he moved location actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riley did that with the lighthouse.
It's actually exactly like that. I mean, if you look at the shot before as he's zooming in, you can see way out to where the land ends, and
So
you don't see a lighthouse there. And then when you get to the shot where the lighthouse is there, the lighthouse is looming above that tree line quite significantly, which means it should be visible from the previous shot, but it's not.
So we're talking about this part here, right?
I'm not sure.
About
yes, exactly.
About this tip.
Yeah, the lighthouse should be easily visible there. If
the lighthouse videos.
If he's being
He
honest
showed-
about his position and not moving, if it's visible in the second shot after the cut, it should be visible before the cut too. But it's not, which indicates that he moved. And he also after the cut doesn't show the buildings, which would show parallax of position.
No, he does.
Yeah, this is just like NASA's ISS footage. Too many cuts.
Wait. Okay, so we're looking at a lighthouse which is supposedly here, right? Chris, is that correct?
I don't know. You have to play in the video. I don't.
Okay, so this is what happens in the video. He zooms in and then cuts to the scene of the lighthouse. Watch. Play. Sorry, wrong. Playing, and jump. Right. So I'm not doing anything. He just
Oh
jumped.
yeah, that's definitely a fucking jump, dude.
Okay, well you can see the lighthouse.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he also changed his position. Like it's super
Right.
obvious.
No, it's not. It's just a
No,
small
it's
lighthouse
not.
15 miles
So
away.
there is
No,
Chris.
it's not.
There is no lighthouse here. Can you confirm that?
No, I can't.
Why
Why not?
can't you?
Because then he'd be wrong.
Why don't you play it? Why don't you play it past the point, past the jump? Play it and let him zoom back to the left and see what we see.
Okay, sure.
So let it play. You're focused on 5 seconds of a 7-minute clip.
Yes, as I said,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
all
the
it
first
takes.
time I'm running into it.
Let it play. Keep letting it play.
This
I
is
like that
Google
you-
Earth though. This isn't his camera.
I
It'll
like that.
go back to the video.
I like that you saying "let it
I don't see
play"
no lighthouse.
will like somehow answer why he switches location.
He doesn't switch location.
Or just okay. You know what, Chris?
All right.
You can say that, but
Look, it's right there. Look, he zoomed back
Okay,
out. It's the same location.
different.
Okay,
For the
let's
love
go.
of God.
Let's go through the whole thing.
I'm
So,
gonna tell you right now. He zoomed out and edited it so it looks like he's back where he was.
so this is the island. These are the buildings. There was no lighthouse. Now he's showing the lighthouse. There's another cut. There's another cut.
Yeah, I'm sorry
He
to break it to you,
switches
Chris, but
to-
Red Pill's not being honest here. He's like
Okay.
the ISS with
You
this
guys,
shit.
you guys are just trying to find
No,
a little
I don't know.
Doesn't the P900 or
So,
P1000 have
now-
GPS on board?
Now he's showing the buildings. Now he's jump cutting to water.
jump cutting. He aims down.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He cut.
Observe.
And he cut and
Oh,
started it
so-
looking down.
So we're watching this and then cut.
Dude, Red Pill's as crooked as his mustache,
Yeah,
dude.
he's doing that,
Okay.
so you think he's in the same
Zooming
spot,
out.
Chris.
And in zooming out, we see the same part of the island, and there is no lighthouse there.
Chris,
Okay, but if you
it's
can't
not
see
your
the
Chris.
lighthouse from
Chris,
there,
do not
that's
defend
where the
him. It's
lighthouse-
not. Look, Chris. It's not even your fault. Don't defend him. He is being disingenuous
Hold on a
in this
second,
video.
Hold on a second. But if that's where the lighthouse should be, then why can't we see the lighthouse?
Exactly.
Exactly.
This is not original
Yeah, you're
footage.
getting it.
This is edited. This is cut to make it
But you
look
can see
like
the
it does.
buildings. You can see the
Okay,
buildings.
so here's the deal.
It's
There should
probably
be
just too
approximately
small for that
130
too.
feet. There should be approximately 130 feet of drop. That doesn't come out to 130 feet of below the horizon, but about 100 feet below the horizon, give or take. I haven't done the math for that exactly. The point is there's significant amount of curvature in this distance. We don't see the lighthouse here, which is expected. Okay? Which
you
means
see
that
all the
he's changed his position. But you know what we do expect to see? Those buildings. We expect to see those buildings.
You expect to see the whole 12 stories of a building?
No.
Well, I mean, you don't see the entirety of those buildings, and not just
Yes, you
because the
do.
tree line's there.
You see the-
You also
see the top-
don't see down to the bottom of the tree line. Like there is obstruction there.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Hey,
Yes,
Barney,
you do.
hang on, Chris. Barney, can you get as close to the building as you can with the footage you have?
I can print screen it and zoom it in.
Hey guys, I'm picking my son up. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
All right, sir.
Bye.
So,
The best thing is
look.
we don't need him there. We don't need Chris
Look.
here because my point's been made.
There's
done
a
yet?
lot of trees. There are a lot of trees, and by the way, houses between us and those skyscrapers, all of which are behind the curvature in this video, and so you don't see them.
Wait, you're telling me that those buildings aren't on the shoreline?
That's right. They're not on the shoreline. They're on the opposite shore, actually.
So Red Pill, the reason, okay, I bet watch, okay, first of all, the editing he did is clearly to make it seem he did not move, but he did.
And Riley did the same thing.
And understand something. This is one of his videos. What me and Chris were talking about involved this video and another one that he does the same thing.
Hey, Sean.
Sure.
Why he's an idiot has been waiting a long time.
You're right. You're right. And we've proven our case on this situation. My friend, I do apologize. The floor is yours.
Before that, I'm sharing my screen. I'm just showing you like this. All of this residential area is here, right? And none of that is visible.
Hang on.
Absolutely none of this is visible.
Holy shit! All of that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Red Pill. Congratulations. You now rank with Ranty.
Right. So, and what I think's happened here is that he moved location to probably
be able to see the light tower.
Right. He probably moved out to like about here. This is probably about where he is, somewhere along here.
Yes,
that's what I think.
And where the other shot was from is a guess, but we do know he changed locations. I want to make this clear, so when people hear this or see this, they don't go, but this and this. It's clear.
Yeah, he's definitely jump cutting.
And I can tell you 100% because I've been doing a lot of editing, and I can see the cuts and stuff now, like because I've been doing it so much. I see the cuts in people's edits, especially if they're not good at it, like that one. Like I'm telling you right now, the way he set it up, where he has that shot where he's looking straight at the water. That's how you ingenuously make it seem like you were there.
And I mean, this doesn't even mention all the obstruction that you see when he is looking, like right here, right over on the right side. Like what's that? Why are those buildings cut in half?
I don't know.
I mean, more than in half.
Maybe there's something wrong with my eyes.
I mean, it's just so obvious that Red Pill is being deceptive, and in a certain way, I can't fault the guy because he's all about getting attention and being provocateur.
Yeah, no, we are done.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
You guys done with the Horizon?
It's all you. It's all you. Hey, I want to say I apologize.
It's really not important at all.
Wait, whose phone? Someone's got to do that. Fix that first.
I don't know. That's not mine.
It's that RC guy.
I don't know if he's.
I fixed it.
Okay. Is there supposed to be another recording on another day or something?
The next.
Yes.
I tried, man. I tried.
Go ahead. Why are you?
Just call me W. Just call me W.
Cool.
Most people call me W. Yeah, make it easier, right? You don't have to say the full name. Right. So, one, I really don't care about Red Pill's Horizon, like whatsoever. It really doesn't mean much to me. The Horizon does a ton of different things. I really don't care, and he can defend himself all he wants. Okay? Best luck to him. Here's where the issue comes in. Unfortunately, I'm not the science guy when it comes to flat Earth, meaning I'm not going to show you science. I'm going to physically show you religion. Okay? And I don't mean and I don't mean like writing in a book.
Are you proud of this speech?
Huh?
Hang on, Lewis. Stop.
Never mind.
Just let him go.
Yeah, I'm going to physically show you religion. So, and it's not going to be, a book of like, oh, well, they said a few words. No, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to show you the physical evidence of it. Now, if you want to go visit the place and you want to go touch these things and go to these places and see them for yourself, go ahead, be my guest. Okay? But it's going to be real simple. The Bible is a flat Earth book. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it online. Yeah, you can shake your head all you want. You look stupid. But the Bible is a flat Earth book. That's just a fact. The Quran and many other books also.
That's not a fact. That's your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
It's opinion.
I read it. You don't.
No, it doesn't.
I do read it.
No, you don't.
Wait.
But
You can't. Just let him go, Q. Continue.
I read it for 45 years.
I know, Sean. I've been here a while.
Yeah.
okay.
There's got to be.
Who said what? Hold on. Who said that?
I read it for 45 years.
Okay. What are the 3 reasons God flooded the earth? After your 45 years of experience of reading the book.
The inequity of man is one of them.
I'm
That
gonna
was
say
the main one.
First of all, I can tell you right now, there is zero evidence for this flood, and my profession tells me that.
Actually, no. There's 100% evidence for the flood, and it's very easy to prove. I can prove it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Okay. So, I want everyone to turn to Genesis 6.
And
Pull it
no.
up on Google.
Why?
Pull it up on Google.
We're talking science, man.
No. Wait. Hang on. Stop.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna read it, and then I'm gonna show you.
Okay. Well,
That's
go ahead and
what's going to
continue.
happen.
I don't think anybody's going to do it, but go ahead. Go ahead and read.
Okay. Well,
I can read it.
And-
I'll read it. I've got Genesis 6 open right now.
Damn.
okay. All right.
Genesis
Read
6
Genesis.
tattooed on my forearm.
Okay. Read Genesis 6:4 right now, and just keep going.
There
And
were
I'll tell you-
giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the
Okay,
same
stop
became
right
mighty
there.
men which were of old, men of renown.
Okay. Stop right there. So, what did the Bible say? That there's
It
giants.
says
Right?
that it says that there were giants, dude.
Yeah. And it says, "Who are the sons of God?" Do you know? Come on. You said you have 46 years of experience. Who are the sons of God?
No, I didn't say that.
No, the other guy. The other guy. I'm looking at him right now. He's making a
reading
face
the
like,
Bible. It's bullshit, but I've
Yeah,
read
exactly.
the Bible
Shut
for
up. You don't know.
45
You don't
years.
know.
No, dude,
Guys,
your
guys,
attitude.
relax.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's
As a
funny. Like,
science book, it's bullshit.
okay,
Yeah, Sean, hang on.
Yeah,
Go.
whatever.
Guys.
So let me keep talking.
Hang on. Relax.
Let me keep talking,
You
okay?
don't have to get so amped up. Relax and continue.
Okay. So besides the fact that he's an idiot, the Bible says there's giants. The sons of God are angels. So it says that the angels had sex with the women, and
Yeah.
the women gave birth to giants. Okay.
Yep.
So there should be giants all over this earth, right?
Yeah, there
Right.
should be.
Right.
That's true. But since there aren't any,
He says there
I'll
isn't.
tell you about
There
the
are.
Bible.
And I'm going to show you. I'm going to send
All
the
right,
link.
let's check it out. I can't wait to see the link.
Yeah. Here's just one. This is just
And I
one.
hope
I can
it's
go.
Godzilla.
I have 3
Oh,
videos
no,
of
he's
this.
not going to show us a Photoshop of a giant dig, is he?
There's a 99% chance that he is going to show us a Photoshop
Yeah.
picture.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
No.
You're
You can
watching.
go to these places in real life.
What
All right, go ahead. Show us.
Why do you call them places instead of stating where they actually are?
Yeah.
All right.
One of them is in, if I'm correct, one of them
I
is
wouldn't
in
click that link. if I
Caledonia
were you.
Wells, something like
Okay,
that.
that is a rock. That's a mountain, sir.
No, that's a giant.
That's
Now,
a hill.
you're gonna
That
say-
is a rocky hill.
Hang on,
Sorry.
Lewis.
No.
Lewis.
Oh my
Stop.
God, dude.
Lewis. Stop.
Now,
Lewis.
Then we
Stop.
have this one.
Hang on. Now let me ask you
Listen to
something.
me.
Let me ask you something real quick.
What the fuck?
Do you, by any chance do you follow Mud Fossils University?
Oh yeah, duh. Of course I do.
All right.
Perfect.
So
Okay, no. Stop, Lewis. Stop.
Is this pareidolia?
Stop. Okay, here's the number one problem with Mud Fossils University.
Mhm.
The guy that runs Mud Fossils University and does their uploads was caught lying about DNA samples that he got at UCLA, along with tissue samples that he said were giant. And he said they told him they were giant tissue samples, and it has the DNA to prove it. And people found the documents, and found out it was all bullshit.
Okay. Now here's where the issue comes in. One, I don't trust the scientists. Here's why. Because I have a video of them
Oh,
literally
so
lying.
you're gonna go to this rock and DNA test it for yourself?
I don't mind.
You can't.
I
DNA
don't
doesn't
mind.
last that long.
Look, I wish I had the money. I
You,
wish I had the
you
money
can
to go
you
travel
can
to
buy
all these
DNA
places.
tests at the drugstore, dude. Just go get a
I wish
DNA
I had
test
the
from
money
a
to go to all of these
drugstore.
places and travel. Sorry, but I don't.
Hitchhike,
Here
dude.
is
Important.
here's the red
Tell
flag.
people why you're
in-
doing it.
Yeah.
Tell them you're hitchhiking across the world to DNA test a mountain to prove giants, dude. People will give you a ride
Hey,
there,
hang on,
Here,
buy
hang
you
on.
lunch,
Here.
Hang on,
take
channel.
their fucking picture
Here.
with
Channel,
you.
channel, stop,
You
stop,
sound
stop, stop,
stupid. You sound
Stop.
stupid right now.
Stop.
DNA
Stop
test.
talking.
Stop,
Go
stop,
for
You
it.
stop.
sound stupid.
Hang
You
on.
sound stupid.
Hey,
Stop talking.
first of all, stop.
I sound
Hey,
stupid.
stop.
I sound stupid.
Yeah, channel.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm
I'm
handling
your
it, channel.
biggest supporter.
Guys, stop.
Mhm.
First of all,
Sorry. Sometimes they
W,
just get me.
W,
Yes.
you got to calm down big time because you're amping.
This is me normal.
Yeah,
You want to see me when I'm mad?
Look, and I'm telling you now, you're amping everyone up, and I'm watching you do it, and you're not doing it on purpose. It's just how the people here act. Guess what? They're right in what they're saying. Nothing you're showing us is evidence.
Here's the issue.
I just told you the guy that you get most of your information about this from is a known liar.
I know what you're talking about. Here's where the issue comes in. The scientists are liars, and I can prove it very easily. I had a debate with a guy named Kennedy.
Dude, just because the people you disagree with are called liars does not mean that the person you're getting your information from is not also a liar.
Just to give you an idea of how bad it is. There was a dinosaur.
Look, this is
listen
strictly like, how do you know that that's a giant? That's the question here, okay? It says it in the Bible, right? How do you know that that is a giant?
And then I will answer your question. Let me finish.
Because it looks like a giant laid down and died and laid there for millions of years, Lewis. Can't you see?
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. But like I was saying,
is there another reason? Is there another reason?
It's real simple.
I'm not...
Listen and shut up. That's all you have to do. And then I'll let.
Okay, hang on, channel. You, both, it's everyone, everybody, calm the fuck down. First of all, because you guys are just calm down. And I'm telling you, dude, calm down. You are the reason everyone's getting all amped up and so just relax, man.
I'm chill for a change.
I'm just sitting here muted, drinking my coffee.
Just let me speak. Yeah. Let me speak, and then you get your turn. It's that simple.
Well, I'm giving you the opportunity to present something.
Yeah, but
then again, but here's the thing. No, hey, whoa.
Shut up.
Hey, time the fuck out. Okay, check this out. The next time you disrespect her, I'm gonna kick you off my fucking panel because I've asked you not to do it nicely. Bye. I've asked you nicely not to do that shit numerous times, and now I'm done being fucking nice. I'm happy you're gone because I was going to boot your ass if you kept that way anyway. Motherfucker, this is my stream. I allow you to fucking talk. If anybody's talking and you don't hear me say stop, then I'm allowing them to fucking talk. Do not get shit twisted on my fucking panel, my friend. Okay, I'm done being triggered.
All right.
That was a quickie.
I mean, this is where we should all start saying, "Oh, he couldn't prove it, and that's why he left."
Just let him go. That dude is gone.
No, I understand, but like that is literally what every flat Earth stream how it goes. When the opposition leaves, they say they left because they couldn't answer.
Oh no, he left because he didn't like the fact that I was telling him how it was, not he was telling me. That's that's his reason. It had nothing to do with he didn't have evidence. No, that guy's gone. He didn't present anything. I'm not worried about him. Fuck him.
But wait, is there another reason why he thinks that mountain is a giant besides the fact that it looks like a giant laid down and died and laid there for a million years?
Yeah, that was the only thing he didn't say. He hadn't said that part yet.
I got a potato looks just like Nixon.
Shit, Nixon reincarnated.
It's a Nixon twin. Or wait,
figures he'd come back as a potato.
Wait. Maybe potatoes are taking over the world. It's all good. Don't worry. Space exists. We're safe.
I won't tell any kike jokes.
All right. Let's get back in the swing of things. I mean, I'm happy. We're all in a good mood. We know Red Pill's full of shit. I mean, we knew it before, but now we really know. And hopefully Chris won't use anything he uses anymore or try to defend him. Wow. Hey,
I've got one comment on that, bro.
I think we should all thank Chris because Chris is the one that brought us the footage. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I just want to know why they wanted to use everybody else's observations, but are making me prove mine beyond like 9 million hoops they all want me to jump through.
Because it works.
How it works.
It's okay. We don't need to know which mountain that was.
He's so dreamy.
He sounds so convinced, so full of conviction that it makes me wish that he had said what it is that proves it to him. But every time I'm in this situation, I'm always disappointed when I hear what convinces them.
This is what convinces them. Can you see my? Or I gotta present.
You know why that is, though,
This
Lewis.
is this right here. This is what they're what their evidence is right here. This is why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lewis, you require more to satisfy
Oh, Nathan Oakley.
I
your
don't.
questions than they do.
Right.
You can't just look at a mountain and go, "Oh, that looks like some guy laid down and died. He was really big," and then go, "Hey,
Yeah.
obviously some giant man-shaped thing died here."
And then
Yep.
that's remember, and then that's where no force on Earth, on flat Earth bullshit came out, or whatever the hell it was. Oh my god! First of all, we're not talking about it because that will trigger me just in itself. That was man, I hated that shit. Devil's Tower, nope, shut up, bye.
If there's no force, then how come they can't overcome their own density and fly?
Because unicorns left. I don't know.
They don't want it enough.
You guys want to finish reading Genesis chapter
No,
6?
Lewis. And if you do want to hear Lewis read some more, you can find him on
come
his
on,
fucking
we were
website.
just getting to the good part.
Fuck you, Barney. He actually live streams
So wait a
himself
minute.
reading
These
stuff.
giant god children gave sex to women, and then they gave birth to giant. The women didn't survive these births, did they?
They didn't survive the fucking in the first
God,
place.
I hope not.
How did they give birth if they didn't survive the intercourse?
I was wondering, like, that guy looks awfully big. You know, how did this happen?
But they were the children of men. They were the children of God.
I feel like this is a story about like one day in the jungle, the orangutans attacked the village.
You know,
That's monkey
Was
with
that
hammers.
too far? Did I go too far?
No, Chris, that's a giant on the Mars.
Sound like Shroomy now.
Don't you know what my tech guy programmed into my Nightbot the other night, Sean?
What's wrong with sound like Shroomy?
We filmed the moon landing from Mars because it was easier.
Okay, so check this out. Crash. So I was gonna come on your panel. I literally sat down. I sat back down at the computer. I looked at my little sandals hanging off. So I put my foot back in, and that was the last thing I remember until I woke up in the morning.
Yeah, same here.
Out.
Same here. I like laid down to take a little nap at 8 o'clock, and I woke up at 4 a.m.
And that also reminds me. Listen up, everybody, right now. Okay, so Crash is actually going to do an experiment that's too complicated right off the bat for me to say just fluently and sound all cool like he makes it sound. So I'm not going to. I'm going to let him do it. But so he was talking, and he said, "Hey, I can do other experiments." And one that I've always wanted to do on the real scale of things, but finding a place that would take me in a helicopter, and then at sunset, when the sun lowers behind the
And
horizon,
chase the sun.
goes gain a bunch of elevation and have another sunset, which would be a globe. Well, I suggested that in his chat, and he said, "You know what? I think I could do that." But and he had noted to this, where he's going to be doing it at isn't not set up to be doing this exactly. I mean, Crash, you kind of said it can be done. It's not impossible.
Yeah,
but
it's an ultralight airport, so they don't really have the greatest well lit runways because we're not supposed to be flying after true sunset.
Yeah. So what that means is, for one, to even think about doing the test that I suggested, which is take off at sunset, or you actually said before sunsets, and to do it numerous times, right?
Yeah, because I'll have roughly a 20 when I'm not carrying my apparatus underneath it. I should be able to get 25, almost 30 minutes of flight time.
So that means 20 minutes, 30 minutes of dipping and dipping down or lowering elevation, and then gaining elevation to constantly have repeat sunsets. And one of the things he had noted is because
the sun's going to go down at a constant rate, so that's really your time limit, is how fast the sun goes down. Because once the sun's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, but he can get the time limit between sunset and the amount of elevation he can get. That he'll have that still.
Yeah, I'll be able to climb to over 1,000 foot relatively easily.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the time where, well, yeah, basically right where the sun dips below, right, maybe even right before it, is you'll be able to have the biggest changes because it won't be just all glare on your face. Or actually, you said you were gonna you're thinking about a filter. But yeah, you should
Yeah,
be.
on the camera on the plane itself. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not gonna have to dip below. I mean, you're only gonna have to do what 100 feet, maybe lower than the horizon, or than the sun's. You being able to see the sunrise again or the sun again. You're not gonna dip down 1,000 feet to go back up another 1,000. You're gonna be small dips, right? I
I mean, I
probably
could do
just
it.
killed that.
I could do it however we wanted to do it. I mean, I could do
Mm-hmm.
huge arcing dives and repeat it multiple times because the top speed on the aircraft in a climb should be about 96 mile an hour. In a dive, I'll be well over 140, 150 mile an hour.
Damn.
So
Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
it is not a toy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I checked those out. You said it. So you said an engine size, but
Yes.
someone's watch page, someone's speakers. I hear. Who? But mute your YouTube page. The you said an engine size for it to know what size it is,
Yes.
but I think because I was looking into it, and I'm pretty sure the other version would be the 1/6 scale, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that would be pretty close in scale to what we'll be flying. Actually, if you want to look it up, it's the aircraft we'll be using is the Seagull Models Cap 232.
Seagull.
Yeah, Seagull, just like the bird. Models, MODELS.
Okay, so I'm a stoner, so you're gonna have to say it again. M.
Yeah,
Not
MODELS.
sea glue, seagull.
Yeah, Seagull, like the bird. SE. Here, let me just see if I can pull it up right quick. 'Cause I think I have the specs on here.
See, I always just share everything stupidly. I told you, it's all your guys' fault. You guys are supposed to do this stuff for me.
Guns, go back.
Crash. Safety question. How are you making sure not to not to crash into the ISS?
Don't worry, there's
because the ISS is going to be way higher than I am.
But if the ISS is an RC model as well, huh? Flying at 1,000 feet, huh?
Oh, then we're screwed.
Okay, wait. I just thought of another test. Just thought of one that's going to be done in the middle of the day. So, the perspective of, one of the ways that we know we're rotating is we can do the sun and we can watch the sun through the day and the time it takes and all that stuff to go from point A to point B, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Can't you do that with the airplane in the distance? Because remember the conversation I was having with Seek and Find? And the conversation was, I was trying to explain to him that if you're standing next to a freeway, the cars look like they're flying by you. But if a plane was going the same speed, say 70 miles an hour, I know, that 70 miles an hour will look insanely slow from a distance.
Yeah.
And that's why it takes the sun whatever amount of time it takes to cross our skies.
Well, how come when we go up in one of them balloons, to look at the flat Earth from high altitude, the sun isn't like getting bigger as we get closer to it, since it's just like right above us at like 300,000 miles or some shit? If we go up if we go up like 300,000 feet, how come the sun's not getting bigger as we get closer to it?
This item is no longer available.
It's discontinued, but that's how I got it at a discount.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's probably about 50 to 100 of these left, and people that are being just sold and rebuilt and sold, and then because realistically, what you're looking at is superficial. Realistically, right, Crash? I mean, the only important stuff is what's inside.
Right. I mean, it's a build-up balsa wood aircraft. So, I mean, the reason I went for this aircraft design, I have a larger aircraft I could do this test with.
God damn.
But it's a scale World War II fighter, so it won't handle the G loads that particular airplane's capable of doing.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're part of like a community of motherfuckers that do the big scale, the big boys.
Yeah,
the ones
100cc
the ones with the jets that come out there too.
I have my jet waiver, but I don't have the money to purchase a prison jet.
I know about you motherfuckers. You guys are fucking awesome. Yeah, so anytime you ever like think of these RC planes and you go out and see these guys in a parking lot that's designed for them and they're flying the little planes like, yeah, fuck them. Those guys are pussies compared to what this guy is talking about. This is some awesome shit. I'm gonna fucking
Kike Saminazi is like one of the top ranked pilots in the world. There's videos of him flying planes the size of my truck and hovering them and walking up and touching them while they're in a hover. While he's piloting it.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of the demos before for these things. These things are fucking insane. This is oh man, I would have known. Oh fuck.
It looks like the Rumpus is flying those planes.
But for scale,
Rumpus
for scale, something we used to
A
do
little
for
pilot
scale.
in an orange shirt. It looks like the Rumpus.
Just on a side note, Danny Pratt is losing his shit today.
Oh, you know you're don't mess with him, man. His head's loose. He's just got done trying to bust Team Skeptic. His head's loose, man. Oh, relax with it. He's gone. He's gone. You're never gonna save him. That is.
So, yeah, like I said, we can go much bigger on the airframe, but it becomes a money issue at that point. I'm trying to use what I have laying around.
Yeah, because I've been to one of these things, and I'm gonna tell you guys now.
Why is that plane a virgin?
The
Why is that guy fucks?
What?
You didn't see it said on his back. It said fucks.
Okay.
Mine says virgin and the guy says fucks. I don't know.
These
you know,
things
there's
are legit.
Pretty weird stuff going on in this video. I don't know.
She's got an Illuminati. It's it's just how it is.
Look, it's not pareidolia or anything. It's just fucking written there, dude. The actual words written on shit, dude. I just read them.
That looks like a plane, so there must be little people on that plane.
Yeah,
aliens found.
proof of opposite giants.
Little midget.
That's what we'll be working on Monday after.
We know about dwarves.
Some of the other guys online.
We so need to sponsor an ISS drone.
I could build one.
Yeah,
really
no.
Of a project.
I have an idea. Okay, if you could, in the way future, when people can actually pull together and fund money and shit, and no one have to worry about anything.
Whoa.
That was just to everyone that's all paranoid. That wasn't to anyone. You build that, and then your job would be you have to convince us you're the ISS, just like flat earthers say that the government's doing it. But what's really going to happen is all you're going to show is that it's impossible to cover the distance at that speed. The way that they track none of it's impossible to do it. What they're saying basically, you can't cross that much sky.
It's not impossible, but it would be very obvious what it was. So this is something we do with our RC aircraft to get good video pictures when we're doing demonstration shows.
Mm-hmm.
If I made an itty bitty model of the IS, like a 5 or 6 inch model, and I waited until the moon was high in the sky and full, and I ripped that model in front of a camera 4 feet away from the camera with the moon in the background, I can come pretty close to matching its transit speed across the moon.
I really need to see the calculations for that because you do not realize how fast the ISS is moving.
Oh, I've done some rough math on it, but it would be close, and the scale is a thing. I can make it work. Same thing Hollywood used to do before CGI became a thing.
Yeah, of course.
I think it would be pretty tough for you to get it.
And then I know what we need. We need a flat earther that flies these things and has the capabilities you do. Because you can't do this test and then believe you, so you're already out. But a flat earther who believes that the government does do that would have to figure out a way to make his craft cover that ground in that speed.
You need to make an ISS drone and fly it real fast, real close, and then have it bump into something and then drop.
No, what we need to do is we need to apply to NASA and Mossad to sponsor this experiment. And then when they say no, we'll say, there, flat earth proven.
That's pretty. I've driven by them.
Okay, I can't show
that thing's awesome.
Yeah.
I've painted a couple of those people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what group you hang out with. You are awesome, my friend. Yeah, I've been to these places. I know exactly what you do. My dad used to take me to these things. Yep.
Yeah, I've driven
tractor pulls.
Never driven a Peterbilt, but I've driven truck like that.
what's it called? Here in
Oh, bullshit.
here in Southern California, the guy who used to own Taco Bell, and his property was in Bell Gardens. He wanted one of those not HO, but the trains you can sit on. You know that you see at like carnivals, kids sit on them and goes. Yeah, he wanted 58 miles worth of it on his property out there. My dad did like all the grading and surveying and shit out there, and
Cool.
got his foot ran over by one of the train of one of those things. But whatever, that's here nor there. Yeah, that's when I got my opportunity to start seeing this type of shit. And like I saw a plane that makes that plane looks tiny.
The plane is tiny.
Yeah, like I said, there's all kinds of stuff out there. I mean, it's all about what you want to do. I mean, this is all carbon fiber, so we got all kinds of toys.
It's not Model RC, but it is kind of the same. When I was in the Army in Fort Rucker, I was a photographer, and one of my jobs was to do a photo shoot for the paper to highlight the what do you call it? The simulator for the Cobra and the Apache. And they were just putting in the new Apache simulator because we just got the new Apaches. This is back in the 80s. And as a kind of a perk for me taking the pictures and making them look good, they gave me 5 minutes in a Cobra simulator, in a real Army Cobra simulator. And I crashed that fucker hard, but it was the best video game I've ever played in my life.
That would be amazing.
It was very cool.
But yeah, like I said, Sean, the other observations you want us to do with the plane are going to be relatively easy to work in. And it's not like we're going to be trying to do the test in one day like Sly did. It'll be a multiple day thing, just because everything's local to me and much easier to set up. So yeah, it'll be fun.
You got to have one camera like watching the sunset from the ground and one watching it from the plane thing, so that you can have that comparison of why it's different in the sky than it is.
You guys figure it out.
One of my subscribers was nice enough to send us a entire telemetry system for the aircraft, so I'll have my speeds in all three axes, G-force loadings, ground speed, indicated airspeed, and GPS speed, and it'll all be live streamed back to my laptop and recorded on the aircraft. We'll have a camera on each wing facing our container of my density column. And I'll have one facing out the cockpit just because I want to try and make my tech guy puke when I strap FPV goggles on.
Right on.
Okay, hang on. So this is Crash, could you actually explain what you're doing again? I know you've probably said it so many times you're so sick of saying it, but a lot of people still don't know exactly what it is. And I would like people to be involved in it because. What I was alluding to when I brought it up was, I was looking on, or I said something to him. Hey, what about those neon glow sticks? That you can get those little glow sticks. Those, from what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking that way, I know they use those type of things when emergencies happen. They'll put them out in the middle of the street if a plane has to land out there, and they have time to do that. And so. He's like, what you said, probably 400 of them?
Yeah, probably 400 of them. That'd be 200 down each side of the runway and give me plenty of room to line up on. The biggest issue when you're not sitting in the cockpit flying that plane is it's really hard to tell what your ground speed is after you lose the sunlight. So as I'm dragging the airplane in on its landing approach, I really won't get a good indication of speed until I have the lights reflecting off the bottom of the wings, or a reference behind the aircraft. So I that's why I'm doing it at. I have set it up to do it at the ultralight airport, so I have a 2.5 mile runway to use.
Okay.
So,
do you have a link to a GoFundMe that you're doing or anything like that? Because
I haven't set any of that stuff up on my YouTube channel. We do have our Streamlabs donation page. If somebody wanted to donate and help out, you feel more than free to do that.
Okay.
But no, I didn't want anybody to be able to accuse me of trying to do a money grab on this.
Oh no, I am because I am because I what it is I started looking for these glow sticks, and I think it'd be it's so hard to say. it's hard to find a lot of these fucking glow sticks for a decent price. The here's what's sickening, and it's not going to happen. The best thing I've found is like 10,000 for $599, and I went, no, that doesn't make any sense. And the way
it's like everything else for this. We were going to buy the telemetry system that Cruising with Jay is letting me borrow. Hopefully, it gets returned in one piece. But that was $1,500+ on eBay, and it was missing pieces when we looked at it, and it was going to cost me another $400 to get everything. So about $2,000 just for the telemetry. That Cruising with Jay heard I was looking for. He's like, dude, I subscribe to your channel. I'm like, what you do? I have that system in one of my planes. I'll pull it out and mail it to you.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure something out.
Yeah, when I do my streams and go live, I have our Nightbot set up to if you do the command ! Donate, it'll pop up with my Streamlabs link. But I wanted to be very clear that we're not going out actively looking for money for this. But if people wanted to help out, hey.
Yeah, I brought it up. So anyone listening, you can't say he tried to get it from here. No, because I brought it up, and I said I physically asked him, because this is what it is. Because I want you to do a test for me, and I want to contribute. So I wanted to know where I could do that, and more importantly, I was going to ask, where do I send all these goddamn neon lights? I haven't got them, but I got to find it. And then I started thinking of different light sources that are probably better and reusable. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that. And then I'll get back to you on it, and then I'll let you know what I planned on doing for the fact that I wanted a test done. And then if someone wanted a test done, just kind of think in your head what it takes, and then just ask him, and he'll do your fucking test. That's how easy it is.
Hey,
we have multiple commercial drones available to us here. If you guys wanted to plan a flight course with your own GPS coordinates, if it was local to me, or even if it was somewhere near where I was traveling,
motherfucker, you know what? I got a guy for you. Got a guy, and he knows everything. No. He knows how to drive. He knows drones can fly in a straight line. He is the inspirational tagline of "We can do this." Mind of God, we can now do this. There
he was on my channel.
Friend.
That the other night.
Oh, he was.
So
you love?
Yeah.
He's my best friend. I loved him to death. He does this thing, which now I hear is the wrong term of it, but I'm going to use it.
Oh, Lewis was your best friend.
No, Lewis is my real best friend. This guy is my best friend because he makes me laugh. It's different, completely different.
I thought I made you laugh.
I like you though, Q. Like I like you.
So
Sean, we need to spend some time because we've accused a man of being dishonest when he's not.
Okay.
So Chris, we've accused Red Pill Philosophy of being dishonest.
Yeah,
and changing positions.
Chris, I said it on the stream. I said this isn't Chris's fault. It's the Red Pill is the one that's lying about it. I just wish Chris would stop.
No.
Wait,
listen to Barney.
Sean,
listen to Barney.
Listen to me. Yeah. So he wasn't lying. We skipped the intro to the video. There is a video without the jump cuts.
Okay, so
that shows what he's saying. It shows, right? So if you can present me or something.
Okay. Wait. So this one shows. Okay, go ahead.
So this is the initial video. He zooms in on the buildings. No jump cuts in this one.
No lighthouse.
Wait. I wouldn't be demanding time for it if it wasn't. And then a clear pan from the buildings to the lighthouse.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, that's much better evidence. Thank you.
Hey, but we were watching.
Finally, Chris. Finally.
We were watching edited footage, and yes, Chris, you get the fucking gold star today. You used fucking evidence, and you won your case. Good job, Chris. Everybody. Dude, I'm serious. I want claps in the chat here. This is a
well,
day.
but I mean, he didn't. I mean,
no, he did.
But in fairness, he was on his phone.
Well, he proved that the
No,
guy
no,
didn't
Chris.
purposely
Yeah.
edit the video to make
Chris,
it distasteful.
Chris made a claim, and he presented evidence, had visual evidence, and he showed it, and he was right. Chris, you were right. My bad.
Thank you, Sean.
I
That's what
He won
I'm
this
trying to tell
one.
you. I'm
King.
always right.
Hey, Chris. No.
Oh, that's Lewis.
This time, motherfucker, today is your day, Chris. Anything you want to talk about, buddy?
I mean,
it doesn't even have to be flat Earth. If you want to talk about unicorns, we all have to talk about unicorns. That's what I mean when I say what do you want to talk about. I know.
I want to talk about unicorns.
I want him to. I want him to embrace this feeling. So when he thinks about it,
You can embrace this feeling. You're being like tongue in cheek as fuck, dude.
I'd be dancing my ass off right now, dude. First of all, you won.
He likes it better when we're the type of people who won't admit when we're wrong.
I know,
that's
but
what
I
he
don't.
wants to be right about. This is not good for him.
Nah, he can't say that about me because I just wrote him a very mushy letter on Discord, and it was all pissy and gooey.
By the way, I was gonna ask you one-on-one, but
I can't.
No,
I'm not talking.
Lewis.
I can't talk about it right now.
Well, you tell me what you meant by that.
Absolutely, yes. I'll DM you right now. But no, I can't talk about it right now for
okay.
a reason.
DM me on Discord then, because I didn't understand what you were saying. But
yeah, okay.
So, anyways, I would like to talk about this, but
let's talk about it now that we can actually observe it.
Oh, and you can see it here when you paused it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can talk about this. I mean,
yeah.
If I were you, I would have picked something that you definitely could have kept this winning feeling on. But go ahead.
I don't understand.
You want to feel good about this day and feel like the winner. But if you talk about what you're about to talk about now, you're not going to win because, dude, we live on a globe.
Okay, so keep playing the video, Barney, if you don't mind, just for a second or two until he zooms in.
And I just like to say,
you can pause right about there.
Another gold star goes out to fucking Bernie because Bernie just loves the fuck out of making our day just terrible.
So we can see
like crushing it down. Saying
it's gonna.
Look, we falsely accused the man. We need to set the record straight.
And you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Barney.
I see about 8 floors. You can count about. It's kind of a little bit grainy, but you can count about 8 floors to the tree line, and then you can guess then the other 4 floors are behind the tree line, and then below the tree line is even further below is the water line.
Well, I would. But
okay.
The picture.
So there's absolutely no curvature there.
I think it would be really cool.
Real quick.
I think it would be good for Red Pill to make this observation again.
Well, he did.
Oh, time out.
He's done it twice.
Why don't you just say you want to fanboy him up and do some have some conversation about taking pictures because I want everyone to know Lewis got a camera and Lewis takes pictures now. And I want you to know what's even better about Lewis taking pictures. Lewis, we had a moment too. Lewis has a video of Lewis recording Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Recording the world. Greatest thing ever. I told you, man, you gotta play it. If you don't, I will.
Oh, you have it, do you?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I've recorded the whole thing.
What building is this, Chris?
It's the 12-story hotel.
Dude, Sean, you should record yourself recording me.
That's
cool. I'm just saying.
That's cool as fuck right there. Don't do that. You made me nervous.
Can I share a photo?
No, Sean. Go ahead.
Do we know that it's 12 stories?
It's 12 stories.
Yeah, we do. That's the same building. Oh man, don't use this one. Come on, Sean. You know what they're gonna say, right? CGI, dude. That's not real. Come on.
How far away is this?
Not 13.8.
You say he's done this twice?
13.8. Yeah,
because Chris keeps running off before we address it.
No, Sean, no one's talking about your photo.
Hang on, I have a question. The buildings that we were just looking at, Barney, would the illusion that we are experiencing, the atmospheric optical blah 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 we're looking at, I'm tired. Sorry. Would we be able to see that same phenomenon across the whole building, or is it only going to affect something different? Anybody? Chris? I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't understand the question.
Okay, so you did that little thing where you or Red Pill did the Red Pill did the little thing where he put the dotted lines to show each level of the building, right?
So these are
I
the
think
same
so.
buildings, same camera, same location, another day, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
would you
Yeah,
be able to do a line across the whole building and
Holy
to
shit.
count the floors?
There's a substantially
The
less
fucking trees
amount.
now.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on. You do remember now, Chris? Are
This
you
is
aware?
so much better looking.
Are you aware? Yeah. Oh, whoa. So time
This
out.
is like,
No,
what the
stop.
fuck is this? Did I take a picture of a mirror?
Channel. These are the two
Sorry.
images that he showed that I was talking about, but I didn't have the pictures, so I couldn't show them. He did that with these. He showed crappy one, and he showed like those two.
Well,
what
your
Brady
definition
did.
of crappy is
Fuck,
relative.
dude.
He showed that. He showed that, and he showed that as
But
comparisons.
it's not about
No,
how
it's
hazy
not
it is.
relative. This is
It is
one of them
relative.
is I need fucking glasses, and the other one is I'm all right.
See,
No,
Chris.
one of them
And
you
that-
can see the boats in the water. You can see the water line, a tree line, and the building. And the other one, you can't see any of that because it's blocked by the refraction.
Yeah, it looks like I'm looking through goggles full of water,
Well,
dude.
But
I mean,
Chris,
you
there's a
you
key
know
point
what?
to this. There's a key point. Chris or Lewis pointed out, and I don't know if Red Pill said this, and I'm pretty sure he didn't. There's a whole community in between that water and that building right there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
Even,
It's refraction.
even not. I mean that withstanding, like, without even mentioning that, like, there's still, it's in the one image where you can see, like, that's what Rumpus is talking about when he says looming, right? And we know the conditions that we'll get that in. Now, I'm gonna say I didn't notice it the first time, and I wouldn't have known to point it out to you the first time.
What do you
But
point what out? I don't know what
the
you're talking
looming
about.
has clicked for me now.
Again, he just started taking photos, so now Lewis is all embracing the
Yeah.
shit out of some
So,
photos.
I'm gonna say, like,
Oh, so you understand Uber looming?
So you
No,
think
no,
that
I won't
looming?
say that I'm
so
like,
you
I
think
I
those
know.
buildings are loomed
Like,
up 6 stories?
Hang on,
No,
Yes,
from
Lewis,
about
Lewis.
12 stories.
Lewis,
what you notice,
need
what you
you
notice
need
with
no,
these
Lewis.
shots is
I'm
that
gonna
they're
mute
always
you.
very
I'm gonna
sunny
mute
and
you.
very hot.
I'm about to mute you. I'm gonna mute you. You can unmute yourself, but you have to have a super cool looming name like Rumpus does.
Barney,
have
what
to.
do you think? Barney, you seem to be the most honest. What do you think about the observation? Barney?
Whoa! Did you just call me dishonest again, Chris?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Wait,
Well,
Barney,
I mean-
go back down in there. I wanted to look at that.
I mean,
Or is that the wrong one?
Like, we can't help it if he doesn't value our opinion. Like, it's not. There's nothing we can do about that.
You
be
have to.
careful, young
You have to
Padawan.
name your loomers.
Padawan.
No, that's not what I wanted
that's
to
our
do.
nickname for Chris. Young Padawan.
Lewis is Rumpus Jr. He's
Hey.
invoking super looming for the
This
observation.
is well.
Explain it.
So
Yeah. I'm Lewis. I'm serious, man. I'm gonna mute you every time if you don't have a cool looming name.
I don't need a looming
No,
name.
He doesn't
do
need a
not.
looming name
Yes,
because
he
his name
does.
is in the word looming.
No, but he has to.
Uber Ninja, you.
It's
Yeah, he has to
looming.
because I need
Uber
everyone to
Ninja.
understand. You could call it whatever the fuck you want. What we're talking about is the same thing. So you have to have one. And if you don't, I'll correct you. I'll make a meme.
I don't need a nickname.
Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna make a meme of some kind of looming for Lewis now because Lewis
Okay.
won't listen.
Like, yeah, just put my face over something with fog around the city or something. Call it Looming Lewis.
See, you make in the film, Lewis records Lewis recording Lewis. He's really down on himself when he narrates.
Yeah, I know. Well,
That was a
that's the way I am.
Rumple looming.
All right.
So
Rumple looming.
once again, this is the situation. We're recording from here, past this island, right? From this little patch of sand, and we're recording this patch here, right? We don't see any of these buildings. We just see the tall ones in behind.
Well, there's a bunch of trees in the way, right? You saw the trees.
And there's
right?
a bunch of trees in the way, yeah.
Yeah.
And the lighthouse.
And there's the
is
lighthouse.
here.
So what do you think he's on? Some sort of sandbar?
Rug.
Yeah.
I'm about to check right now, but I'm also willing to say, because it won't tell you right there, but I'm going to a website where it will tell me. I'm willing to bet that community that we have right there, that we see there, is a higher elevation than those tree lines.
I would be willing to bet that too, but I mean, more back to the looming question here.
Whoa,
it would be good. It would be really good to see
room
him take
looming.
the same observation on cloudy
I
days.
cannot believe you. Feel so disrespected, Lewis.
That's fine.
Yeah, could you have Red Pill go out there in the middle of like a storm and try to get that
I
same
mean,
observation?
he doesn't need to go in the middle of a storm, but
I want
when
him
there's-
to, preferably when there's a lot of lightning.
Come on, that's so not nice, but you're right.
Wear his tinfoil hat.
Guys, we don't have to.
You could get some really beautiful shots that way.
Okay.
No, if he just goes back in like contrasting weather conditions, like I would be willing to bet a lot of money that he's never going to get this observation on a day when it's cloudy and you have a homogeneous air mixture and water temperature. Like,
oh my
it's not
God, you are so boring.
Dude,
You know what else is homogenous? Sean, do you know what else is
It's just
homogenous?
true, Sean. I'm sorry.
Lewis's t-shirt and his skin color.
Yeah, it is kind of awkward, dude.
It's homogenous
Hey,
as fuck.
Hey, turn your camera. Hey, turn your camera off and go put a blue shirt on.
It's like milk and shit.
I like your baby blue one. It brings out your eyes.
It's dirty.
Like you've got a reverse construction tan. It's weird.
Yeah, why don't you go and burn that shirt for a minute, Lewis?
You're like your body's kind of tan and your head's like real pale. It's really weird, man.
It's a farmer's tan inverse.
Today is the most wonderful day I've ever had in my life.
He usually runs around with like warmers over his arms and a ski mask on. No shirt.
That'd freak people out to be like.
All right, guys, I'm bouncing out of here for a while.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Let's go.
What a bunch of assholes we are.
Seriously, I agree with that, Q. You're picking on me for no reason.
Dude, it's not my fault. You're the one who chooses to wear these things.
This is from a friend. Hey,
I'm not the only one who feels this way. Twit, Sean, everyone agrees that shirt is off, dude.
This is coming from a friend to a friend.
There's something wrong with it.
This is a good shirt, okay? If you don't like it, it's too bad.
Another. Take that shirt
You
the
know
fuck
that
off.
shirt is bad.
We tease because
he knows it is. He's like a flat earther in that way.
Yeah, we didn't even tell you to turn your camera off. And go away.
No. Flat earthers don't have a tattoo on their chest that's as hideous as mine. It's the worst tattoo I've ever got. So
yeah, but he's wearing. You see the shirt he's wearing? He needs.
Yeah, it looks way better than the tattoo.
No, man. He looks like one of those.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, we used to have the clay animations, and that one clay animation like turned himself inside out. I feel like I'm looking at that.
Hey, Lewis, you know what? You could look really dapper, dude, if you wouldn't.
I just told you to go put a blue shirt on. If you go put
I mean,
a blue
you're an
shirt
adult.
on,
Don't you
it
have
brings
shirts
out
with
your
buttons and
eyes.
sleeves and?
Damn, Lewis, just listen to us for once. And
Okay, Jesus Christ.
That made my day. That made my day. Oh shit, that was great.
Well, have a good one. I'm out of here.
All right, have a good one, sir, and I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah.
See, Chris, that's what you got to do. You just need to come here when Lewis is here. You're fine. Look, you were right today. You were 100% right. And it wasn't just like we realized it. Like, you brought your evidence and showed us. And wow, I'm proud of you, Chris. I kind of want to cry.
Well, I'm enjoying Barney's analysis. He looks like he's trying to match him up and sort of showing.
Barney's a genius.
You can figure it out, dude. I mean, really, none of us care if it's flat. Like, you know.
Hey, Sean, can you do me a favor and not try to put your camera in your asshole? Thank you.
No, I'm in solidation with Lewis. There.
Well, you're not in solidation with my fucking ears when you do that.
Oh, shit, my microphone's right there.
Yeah, it sounded like someone just got a piece of foil and crumpled it in my ear.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
What do you think, Barney? You've been quiet.
Yes, I've been quiet. Oh, nothing. I'm just looking.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I smoked some weed and I'm high as fuck, and that was some fun shit. I had a good
Oh my
time.
God.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how I roll. That's what's up.
Here in where are you, Sean? What state?
Oh, California, San Diego. I'm good. No, I'm
Okay.
real good. No worries here. If a cop came to my door, I asked him if he wanted to hit it. But then again, cops don't come to my fucking door. I don't live in that type of neighborhood. Only if I call them, though. We have a very good response time here.
We're a little bit slow here in Texas.
Thank you.
So.
Hey. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis changed his shirt.
Hey, you got it, bud.
Wait, it's even worse.
No, that's better.
No,
It's bad, but it's nothing like that other one.
It's
Hey,
not
it's a great shirt. It's a
That's
great.
What color is that? Plum?
I thought it was gray.
It looks purple.
Mauve.
Oh. See, we can't get along. Us ballers and
I'm
flat.
on your side, Lewis.
Yep. Hey, as long as Lewis is here, you're A-okay, Chris. Because there's something worse. Apparently, there's something worse than a flat Earth. Oh God. Okay, I want to address this
All
guy.
right, we're hurting his feelings.
Hey,
we're just
hey,
kidding, Lewis.
Manny.
You look good.
Manny. Okay, I'm done
Hey,
with you,
actually,
Lewis.
we're
There's someone in
seeing
the
Lewis.
chat now. There's someone in the
Yours
chat I'm gonna go
Lewis
after.
video with that ball is that globe behind him.
Hey, Chris, you ever check out
Yellow
Lewis's channel?
buildings are
I mean,
sinking.
if you guys like reading, wait, if you guys like being read too, Lewis does readings. It's awesome. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. If sometimes he doesn't want to be on camera, he puts this stupid cat in the thumbnail. I hate it. It's fucking retarded.
The reading cat.
I fucking hate that cat. I don't even know the cat, but I hate it because of Lewis.
He's confounded.
I
by
did
the
that
reading
one
cat.
time.
I know, and it was the one
And it
time.
wasn't even a bad cat. You just have a problem.
Oh yeah, I hate cats. I'm a dog person. I'm not sure if you remember. I got a husky, beautiful husky, and another one that I don't even know how to pronounce the breed of it, but she's so beautiful.
All right.
Yeah, see, that's how I roll. I don't. I'm not gonna show you a chihuahua.
Simon and Dan ripped Lewis off with the bookshelf corner.
Yeah, I could see him doing that.
Bookshelf corner.
That looks like
Yeah.
how he rolls.
Lewis was the first to be in the corner with the bookshelf. Now everybody's doing it.
I had a bookshelf when I was single.
It wasn't even the bookshelf part, but just the way you said it. I want to give you. It'll be okay, Chris. Don't worry, man. Kids grow up.
Throw that globe where it belongs in the trash, Lewis.
Where's the flat Earth? Oh shit, my bad.
I'm just placing it prominently.
Lewis, why don't you demonstrate for us live how North America could change in size by moving the camera further and closer to your globe?
That's so gay. Don't do that here, please. Not right now. I'm
all
having
right.
a good time. I'm just saying, god damn, like only maybe twice he read something that I wanted to hear, but other than that, oh my god, it's like watching paint dry.
Listen,
I read once.
I have this thing on Christopher Columbus in this book, and it turns out that one of the main arguments against Columbus from the Spanish was that the Bible didn't support a spherical Earth, and it seemed to be heresy to what the church thought at the time, because if there are people, if
that's bullshit.
No, it's not.
Wait, what are you saying? The church thought the Earth was flat back in the whenever that was 1400s?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why ballers pretend like this has not been a disputed topic for like ever. It has been. I mean,
Because it was ended.
It
No,
wasn't.
With one small step for man, one giant step for mankind.
Let's see. Let me find out. Like the names of the people who voiced these opinions are actually given.
When was this book written and who by? Mark Sargent?
This is
Sergeant doesn't write books.
this is a publication by.
Mark Sargent can barely read books.
All right. So
Comic books aren't books, guys.
Stop.
all right. So
say Santa's not real.
This
Look, I'll
is
give you graphic novels,
Let
but
Lewis
you're not getting
read.
comic books.
Let Lewis read here.
No, don't
This
let
is
Lewis
the-
read. God damn
this
it.
is issued by the Americanization Department.
Lewis is pushing his reading on me.
Veterans
this
of
is
Foreign Wars.
hey, this is kind of rapey, Lewis.
What?
How
How
is
he's
this-
gonna?
I'm not gonna go that far.
Don't,
Oh my God.
don't push your fucking nouns on me, bro.
He's gonna
American
read to you that
Department,
people thought they were
Veterans of
black.
Foreign Wars of the United States. Okay.
No, this is
Chicago,
verbal abuse.
USA.
This is verbal. This is verbal rape. You cannot do this. Free
Jesus.
country.
Lewis, I'm pretty sure that they sent all the pilgrims from Britain over to here because they didn't like them and they thought they'd fall off the earth.
Is that what you want? They
They were like, "Go fall off the earth," but then
What's up
they
with that,
landed on a
Lewis?
continent. Who
For
could
real.
figure that out?
This
See?
rock didn't land on
Wait,
them.
no,
They
I
landed
really,
on
I have to
Plymouth
go
Rock.
soon, and I want to hear it. Do you have?
Dude,
it?
I'm pretty sure, dude. That's a whole different generation of people that Plymouth Rock landed on. That's a Malcolm X speech, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy, right?
For a minute there, you made me think I didn't know what I was thinking.
Oh no, I don't know what I'm thinking. All right, don't worry.
Yeah, but you got to know Malcolm X is not a pilgrim.
Okay, so there's one of the main people who confronted Columbus was Lactantius, and you can look up who that is.
Oh my
I got fucking homework. Now I got fucking homework.
Well, the whole point is that these are people that you can corroborate and notice that they actually exist. So it's not just like somebody
Because
making it
they're
up.
written down on some paper book doesn't mean they exist. There's fucking Frankenstein books, dude.
Lewis,
He's saying you can corroborate if they existed or not.
we lost to
Through
Chris
multiple
today.
sources.
We lost a debate, an argument with Chris today, Lewis. Why do you have to keep making today worse?
Yeah,
First it was
why?
your shirt,
He's making
and now
today worse. I
this.
think he's making it fun.
He's proving people
What?
believe in the flat Earth just a few
I don't
hundred
want
years
to
ago.
read. I don't want to be read to.
You don't
I'm
have to
reading.
be read to, okay?
He's giving
I
us
do.
homework.
I'm just no, I'm not. I'm just telling you some
Hang on,
stuff
stop.
I
Hang on,
read.
Lewis,
I read it.
Lewis, stop. Hang on, everyone stop. Barney, did you want to read that real quick? I'm not. You're showing something.
Oh,
So-
okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Let Barney read.
This one's Columbus mistakenly assumed that the mile referred to the Arabic estimate of 56 2/3 miles of the size of a degree. Was the
As a
same as
sacred
the
inch.
actually much smaller Italian mile of 1,480 meters. His estimate for the size of the circumference of the Earth was about 25% too small. The combined effect of these mistakes was that Columbus estimated the distance to Japan to be only about 5,000 kilometers,
Yes,
or
you do.
only to the eastern edge of the Caribbean, while the true figure was 20,000. The Spanish scholars may not have known the exact distance to the east coast of Asia, but they believe that it was significantly further than Columbus's projection.
It's a good thing that he was wrong and America was in the way.
And I'd like,
He would
hang
have
on,
died.
and I'd like to
So,
correct something that
the-
happened earlier.
Why? He
that is
would have fell off the earth?
Sean, you were on a panel, on Jose's panel, and you guys were talking about this, Columbus. And you guys' argument was about the sextant and all the stars and stuff. And Spurs kept alluding to the fact that if it had worked, why would Columbus have made it to America? And you guys didn't say it. You guys kept talking about how accurate it was. And the reality of that answer is they didn't know there was land there.
Yeah.
That's how
What-
he got
so-
he got it wrong. So I
And
didn't
also,
A little bit down the paragraph.
And,
What saved Columbus was the unknown existence of the Americas precisely at the point he thought he would reach Japan.
Yeah, pretty ironic, really.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
know enough about Columbus and his voyage and his route and everything, so I couldn't talk on it.
Hey, I'm gonna have to drop Barney. Just what
And
your
this
last-
is what you were citing, right? Columbus was assailed with citations from the Bible and the Testament, the Book of Genesis, the Psalms of David, the Prophets, the Epistles, and the Gospels. Blah 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 blah.
It might be, but I I'm not sure. That doesn't look like the same page.
And Lactanius Fermianus, a redoubt champion of the faith.
No,
The channel points were mixed in with the and mathematical demonstration was allowed no weight if it appeared to clash with the text of the scripture.
Lewis, just you don't have to read it, but restate, paraphrase again what you were saying. It said.
Sorry, I got interrupted a bunch, and I was paraphrasing a bunch of things from different places. What
about the Columbus and people not liking him because they thought the Earth was flat or something, or the church?
All right, so there's a specific theologian named Lactantius, and this is a quote from him, as quoted by Irving Washington in something called Columbus in Spain. And it says, "Is there anyone so foolish," he asks, "as to believe that there are antipodes with their feet opposite to ours, people who walk with their heels upward and their heads..."
Oh, is that Quantum Eraser?
There is a part of the world in which all things are topsy-turvy, where the trees grow with their branches downward and where it rains and hails and snows upwards. The idea of the roundness of the earth, he adds, was the cause of inventing this fable of the antipodes with their heels in the air. For these philosophers, having once erred, go on in their absurdities, defending one with another. And then it says, objections of a graver nature were advanced on the authority of St. Augustine. He pronounces the doctrine of antipodes to be incompatible with the historical foundations of our faith, since to assert that there are inhabited lands on the opposite side of the globe would be to maintain that there are nations not descended from Adam, it being impossible for them to have passed the intervening ocean.
Yeah,
so that guy. Now
Australia
read it
doesn't
again, but
exist.
read it in the voice of Quantum Eraser, because I'm pretty sure that's Quantum Eraser. If it's not, Quantum Eraser should be quoting this guy, because this guy's on his side.
He is. He's dead though, and they lost out on one of the greatest endeavors in the world. Sorry, Chris.
Thanks. I got to draw, but Barney, just wanted your last minute take on the observation.
Yeah, too bad we didn't get to that.
And your overlay.
You must realize that I'm not going to be convinced by one video.
No. I just want your analysis of what you think you're looking at.
I think I'm looking at atmospheric distortion. In one video, it is obviously much more distorted. It is obvious that there is that this video taken with the same camera from the same spot and this video taken with the same camera from the same spot are of drastically different qualities due to atmospheric distortion. So yeah, I would say that there is some form of looming going on and that the refraction is much higher in one video versus the other.
Are you willing to say which video you think that is?
He did already.
Yeah, I did. The one where you see more is distorted and shows more.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we see more. Well, so if you pan to the right, or if you play it where it pans back to the right, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
You keep talking about distortion. So pause it right when it gets to the edge, right there. So we can see compression at the base, or not the base, but the midpoint. So that's some distortion. So which do you think has more distortion now, looking at that?
Oh, let's just a second. No, go back, asshole. No, you will obey me. Video.
What happened to your diagram with the lines on it you were lining up? You didn't go all the way to the bottom.
We're not seeing any more of the building than we are in the other video. We're just seeing it in a different position and in a different way.
No,
but you're still only seeing that many floors, just like in the other video. You only see that many floors, and in this loomed up version, there's only that many floors. There's not more floors visible.
Barney, can you pull up your paint program or whatever you're using to build
Same amount of floors.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this was counted.
And I can see trees there. If you go back to that one, you can see trees in that.
7, 8, 9. But yeah,
Go back to the clear one. Look,
No,
there's
no.
trees. Look at
So-
the trees right there. Trees.
I'm trying to address what Chris is asking me, right? So he's pointing out the height of the balcony here and the height of the balcony here. So here it's 20 pixels tall, and here it's 2 pixels tall, right? And
Wow.
you can see a progression of higher and higher balconies. And Chris, am I right that that's what you're pointing out?
Yes.
Okay. And in this video, right, we don't have that level of zoom, but all the balconies are more or less the same height.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I find it odd that you and others are saying there's more distortion in this one when the floors are more evenly spaced, as you would see in reality, whereas the other video it's highly compressed. I mean, you just quoted 20 pixels versus 2, so you're talking about 10x compression once you get lower in. So I would argue that this video has more distortion.
Okay. So the reason why I said that is when you look at this video, you can see the whole building swaying and shimmering, right? Do you see what I'm talking about? That's what I mean by more distortion. There is the distorting layer is covering the whole building, whereas in this video, I would say that the air above the water is causing a lot more distortion than than the air above it, which means that it was taken at a different time of day, at different temperature conditions, where the water was warm or the air was cold, or vice versa. I need to go through my refraction to see what would have caused that. So I don't want to prejudge this. I am answering off the top of my head as you have asked me what my initial conclusions are on this, right?
No worries. So let me break it down. There's two arguments, right? So the first argument is okay, so just keep it here and we can switch back. But the argument is, so let's go to both sides. So for flat Earth, this image shows what we would see on a flat Earth. You see from the top building to the tree line, and then from the tree line to the water, right? We can deduce that the other floors are behind the tree, so therefore you would see all of the floors, assuming that the tree line wasn't there, and then you see to the water, and then you can see boats. Okay, so that's the flat Earth argument. Now,
one more thing to add to that is: are you saying this is what you expect to see with flat Earth most of the time?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not positive that that's a tree line.
So
and
in
some
this
other
one,
distortion going on.
That's definitely a tree line.
Okay, it's just so far away and so unclear. I can't.
And then I'm making the ball argument. So if I miss anything up, you correct me. But the ball argument would be, now this is reality, where we see the building cut in half due to curvature, and that the other video is simply super looming, bringing up about 100 feet of missing curve.
So I would say that none of those pictures are reality, or both of those pictures are reality, depending on what you're talking about. Both of those pictures are obviously real. He wasn't faking them. He took them from approximately the same location under different atmospheric conditions. So under one set of atmospheric conditions, you would see one. Under another, you would see another.
Fair enough.
Right? So there is no.
But you get my point, though, right?
Yeah.
So
there is no misdirection there.
Refraction, or either the other one is not curved, and it's looming, right? So we're sort of in a circular argument that neither of us.
No, it's still curved because it couldn't loom if it wasn't curved.
So why I am still sticking with the globe explanation, and I need to verify this, and I need to calculate this to see. So what amount of refraction would bring this up above the curve, right? Above the optical curve. And how much of a density difference would be required for that refraction? And that's to verify the globe interpretation. To verify the flat Earth interpretation, I need some kind of an explanation, some kind of a model, something that I can run the numbers on to see whether it's possible. And that's the part where I don't have that. I have no idea what can cause these effects on flat Earth.
Well, purely, well, I shouldn't say purely, because there's possibly more than one cause, such as, you know, whatever. All I'm going to say is what I would argue from flat Earth perspective is that atmospherics fairly alone could cause that obstruction due to refraction.
Yes, I don't know how you can get that cutoff. We've talked about refraction on, I actually think it was Channel Q's Hangout, right? Where I drew the lines. Was that with you? No, that was another Chris. That may have been another Chris. Never mind. But so on a flat Earth, if you count in refraction, if you count in that variable density that you also, relative density that you also invoke for gravity, if you account for all of those things, it would have to look as though you're in a bowl, as though the horizon is rising up and fading into the distance and getting more and more distorted. I don't know of any way that the light can curve downwards to obstruct something, but not another thing without causing a mirage, right? You can get an upward refraction if you have very high, very low density air at the bottom and high density air at the top, which can happen if the water is warm and the air is cold. And then you get those inferior mirages. I know how those things work. I have no idea how you can get this effect on a flat Earth using refraction as I know it. So we either need a different model for refraction that I can check against this. But
yeah,
right.
No worries. Hey, I have to run. I appreciate your analysis and your unbiased opinion.
It's not unbiased. It's very much biased. And I really do stress that I need to fess up to my biases. But
right.
yes,
as much as possible, you're trying to actually look at this from an objective standpoint, analyze it, and say, okay, if this is possible on a flat Earth, what could be the cause? If it's refraction, how does refraction cut off 6 stories of a building?
Yeah.
So it's a fair question, but you're asking the question. So to that I say thanks. I do have to go. I enjoyed it. So.
Okay, if you want to talk about it on some other hangout, when you see me, jump in and we'll continue this conversation. Or you can come to my channel, or I can come to yours.
Okay, sounds good. See you everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Dude, why can't he come up with his own flat Earth explanation for why that building's disappearing from the bottom?
Because that shit is hard.
I don't know what the fuck is he doing? He's in the wrong game then. He gotta go mop floors or something.
Right.
Well, I mean,
that's the problem of no model, right? With the globe model, I can at least hypothesize what the causes of the things that I'm seeing here might be. And when I hypothesize those things, I can go and calculate them because the laws of physics optics are known, atmospheric density is known. You can calculate and see whether that density gradation happens and is something that can be expected and under what conditions. On the flat Earth, I have nothing to calculate. I can just look at it and say, no.
Yeah, but
yes,
you figure out
maybe.
what is the obstruction of things of objects over a flat surface for me. I need an equation for that.
Exactly.
How much distance for how much flat surface for how the height of what object?
Exactly.
I think it's their brains can't handle a contradiction. They think it's flat, but everything they see tells them it's curved.
Well,
they're like, it can't be flat if it looks curved. It can't be curved if it looks and they just malfunction.
almost all of them will come to. Some of them will explicitly say they think it has to do with the atmosphere, and then others won't go that far, and they'll like Mind of God won't go so far as to say he thinks it's the atmosphere. He'll just say, "I saw it in my hallway," and he doesn't want to talk about whether or not his hallway is actually flat.
I just wanted to announce that I just dumped half of a soda on my keyboard.
Oh,
yay!
Ouch!
So if something happens to this the hangout,
Gotcha.
it's your guys' fault.
Okay. But with the atmosphere explanation, like it seems to me that they should start trying to set up an experiment where an atmosphere causes obstruction.
From the bottom up.
Right. If they can do that, then that'll go a really long way. But I mean, even if they did it and they did it perfectly, like that still wouldn't prove that NASA's lying about everything.
No.
It wouldn't prove that the Earth's flat either. It would just because you could have that situation on a globe Earth too. So that in and of itself would not falsify the Earth being a globe.
I mean, it's kind of like the magician Copperfield, David Copperfield, where he made the Statue of Liberty disappear. No, he didn't. He just managed to create the environment or the situation where it looked like it disappeared.
Yeah, from a certain angle, though. Only.
Yeah.
Well, what he did, he rotated the entire stage just very slowly.
Yeah.
So that, and then he had everybody looking through the specific framework of the stage, and the rest of it was just out of the line of sight for everybody in the audience.
Yeah,
So
he used perspective. Well, he managed to make it look like it was gone, but it really wasn't. So Chris has the problem of he wants it to be flat so bad, and every photo he sees that's clear proves against that. So he doesn't. He ignores that. He only wants to look at the bad ones, the stuff that might put doubt into the conversation. You know, well, it might be flat because look at this. Well, what about all these other ones, Chris? Well, no, look at this one. Look at this. He won't address any others.
it would take so much for them to prove to me that the Earth is actually flat. Like they would have to show me how things are being faked, which every single time without fail that they try to say, hey, look at this footage, it's fake. It's not. Their explanation for it's completely uncompelling. There are so many reasons that the footage is the way it is, and they just think that anomalies constitute fakery. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. They also straw man things
I'm
and say that
foolery.
they lost all the footage of the moon landing, which is not true.
Shenanigans.
Anyway, Sean, good luck with your keyboard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do some other stuff.
Okay, so actually, I'm gonna go ahead and end because you guys have no idea what I'm looking at right now. It is bad. So I gotta get the fuck out of here and clean this whole fucking desk off.
Damn.
And what time is it? 4? Yeah. See, it's almost time anyway. I didn't want to go long. I've been doing 4.5 hour shows, and I've been like, why the fuck am I doing that shit? Stop it. So this is a good. Maybe it's a calling or a sign. Yeah, that's what I meant. Does anybody want to promote anything?
Maybe you do 4 or 5 hour shows because it's like you had Allie B and them on here.
Yeah,
Don't get anywhere.
And I tried to reach out to that dick face and he didn't respond. So Allie, fuck you. That's all there is to it. You just gotta wipe those people off your list when they act like assholes.
Yeah, I just invite myself. I don't wait for people to reach out to me. I'll just show up. I'll be like, hey, I'm here.
What's up? I'm here.
Now what?
All right, so luckily I have a pretty good mouse, so like I can navigate where I need trying to do, but I got to clean all this up, so I got to get it out of here. Did you want to promote anything? Got any uploads? Do another hangout?
No, I don't know. I just do stuff when I do stuff.
Oh.
Best way is to sub to me if you want to hear from me, but I mean, I don't do much. occasionally. Depends, like I don't know. It's all about when I feel like being social. That's what.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is all the time, right? Yeah, I want to be out. Nah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Well-
sometimes it's a mistake, so I gotta bail out. I'll be like, all right, this wasn't what I meant by social. Bye.
Yeah, anything that's like a half hour 45 for me, that's what I did. I was like, oh shit, I'm not ready for this. I gotta go. All right, Barney, anything you want to promote? Sean, anybody?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. God, you guys make things so damn easy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the hangout. I'll put the link in the chat. Maybe someone will be there. Maybe someone won't. I don't know. I put the link in the chat, so anybody in the chat can come in here. And then if there, sometimes there's people talking, and sometimes there's not. I didn't mean anything by it though.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh no, I was talking to the people out there, not you guys.
Oh, okay.
You see, that's the thing. Usually, I say it after I've already gotten rid of the chat, so it doesn't seem like I'm talking to you guys. So my bad. I apologize. But I'm gonna end the hangout. So then the link's out there, guys, so you guys can join it whenever the heck you want or not. Don't matter. Those ones aren't recorded, so enjoy. Unless someone picks it up, I don't know. I forgot that everyone's doing that now. So or you were doing that. So I want to make sure I preface that it could be. I don't know, but you should be fucking acting the same anyway.
If I go live with this, PMARS is just gonna come in and sabotage it. I don't feel like bothering with that at all.
Probably.
We had a PMARS free stream, guys. PMARS free stream. Usually we get like 5 or 6 niggers in there. Didn't do one. Oh, wait. Even more importantly, Chris. Congratulations, my friend. Chris won today. Chris, guys, everybody in the chat. Chris won. He won. I can't lie. I can't say he didn't. He won. He proved his case correctly. He is the first flat earther to ever prove their case without a doubt. Good job, Chris. I'm proud of you, buddy. Continue. Everyone should be proud of him.
I am.
Yep, see?
Always gonna be headed in him.
And Lewis, that pink dude, no. Don't do that.
Pink, dude.
What was that? Skin, right? What do you call it?
It's skin color, yeah.
That was bad. That was fucking.
Crayola flesh.
Yeah. He said.
Crayola flesh color.
He said something's wrong with your tan, man. Oh, Lewis. Oh, that was good. That was good. Whew. Okay, I'm in the hangouts. Otherwise, I won't.
In the future, Lewis, check with Twitwit and make sure your shirt's okay before you turn your camera on.
Please. Fuck, please. All right, guys. Hangout's gone. I don't know, but today was a fucking fun day. There wasn't any real arguing. I think we yelled at Chris for a second, and again, we're congratulating Chris and a wonderful day for him. Damn. You guys realize that, right? You guys realize that Chris finally won a debate, an argument, a discussion, something he was doubted on. We made our claims. We said, nah, that footage is crap. He said, no, it's not. He said, get out of here. You're no dummies. He said, I'm going to beat these guys for once. He went and he got that video that was not edited and said, I'm going to bring this. This is my evidence, and I'm going to win this one. And he did. He brought his evidence, and it was good evidence, Chris. He presented it. He made his case, and he won. The first flat earther to do so. Chris, your name will go down in infamy forever. Everyone's going to know your name. They're going to remember you, Chris, because of that. You were honest. Brought it. Said, I got evidence. He said, we heard that before. You showed that evidence. God damn, Chris. Good job. I never thought it would be here, man. Damn. All right, guys. It was a fun day. We had a lot more laughs. No one really got butt hurt. Maybe Lewis, but he should because that shirt was fucking hideous. Oh fuck! And really, I'm a dude. I don't care about that shit, but that shirt was fucking hideous, Lewis. Guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be on the Discord server, Debate Fire for more. Links in the down the bottom, or I have a server too where it's a whole lot quieter. No one really ever talks there. It's always chatting in the regular typing, the text area. Super chill. So every once in a while, you'll find someone who wants to discuss something, and you have a nice little discussion. But it's nothing like the other servers. It's a chill place. So that's mine. The Truth Frontline, the link's down there. Debate Flat Earth and more, link down there. Sub to Sean G channel, my main channel. This stuff will be taken care of very shortly. It is not a problem. So I will be back on the other channel very, very, very soon. And more importantly, if you have any ideas for any of these the drone experiments that you want done, get in touch with Crash. His links are in the description. To one is to his video, the video where he's describing the experiment, and another one is his channel. So pick the right one. Either one's going to take you to the videos and or subbing to him. If you have any ideas, shit, let him know. He does live streams and stuff, and then you can just, gonna add a good idea to proving that it's not flat, it's globe. And then, maybe one day, maybe if we can teach Chris to bring evidence and win make a claim and win it with evidence, maybe Lewis won't ever wear that shirt again. So we just got to dream, guys. We got to dream. To that guy that came in earlier, why are you guys idiots or whatever? Dude, I don't have no problem hearing what you had to say, but you come with such intense man, you can't do that with people in an earshot from you, because make them anxious, and it's not okay. So relax. Maybe next time you can do it again. You're more than welcome. Relax and be free with yourself, dude. Relax. Trying to think of anything else. Oh yeah, you guys got the geoengineering thing. I didn't get to say anything, but I'm going to tomorrow, and I'm going to show you clips, literally, of these motherfuckers telling Senate, telling news organizations how safe direct air carbon capture is, and how they're able to sell the liquefied CO2s, and it's safe and all this bullshit. It's gonna get us to zero. Like, they're so full of shit, and they're making money hand and fist over it. I got more clips of more scientists talking about how fucking dangerous geoengineering is and how bad of an idea it is. I even got the goddamn dude that's been promoting it saying how dangerous it is. Oh yeah, Bill Gates, he's funding pretty much all of this shit. I know I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist, but the reality of it is, my friends, it's real, and it's not even a conspiracy. It's there. Yeah, I probably, he seems like the type of guy that's just but I'm not like that, so I can't. It just really fucks and just destroys the fucking dream. It just, people don't coexist with that shit. Like I was saying, let me go ahead and turn this off because this is getting annoying sitting here staring at a dozen pages. All right, so like I was saying, trying to remember all the things. I got a little notepad in front of me. Yeah, it's no thing. Don't worry, guys. I know Chris got us for once. Chris, if you want to do a mirror of your winnings, I understand. Red Pill, I still think you're a fucking scammer. Something's wrong with you. Don't even think of this as I want to debate. I don't. Trust me. You're worthless to me. I have no time for you. And you have no time for me. So, yeah, don't think because I said anything that this has anything to do with our conversation of a debate. I don't. You're, oh, God, you're part of that line of annoying that I just don't like. I just want you to go away. I don't want anyone to listen to you, because you say nonsense. Nathan Thompson too. He's a dick face. Yeah, that's here nor there. I am happy to say that I did apologize to Chris. Did have a good conversation with Seek and Find. So go check out Seek and Find. He's right now. He's in the structure phase of figuring out what he wants to do with his live streams. So when he does go live, we gotta go over there and support him and check him out, because believe it or not, like I said, I give him a hard time, but that was my fault. And he does got some good questions. It's not so much, he's wrong. It's not flat, but what I've been trying to explain is there is a realm of conversation that you could be having that isn't always about right or wrong. It's just a conversation. And that's kind of what I enjoy doing. Like today, it's a lot more BSing than there normally is, and I'd rather be joking around all day than having to yell and be serious nonstop. But it happens. Sometimes you gotta let a guy know he's a little bit too spastic. Sometimes you gotta, kick someone in the butt and tell them they're being a little bit too lethargic, like Lewis. But hey, that's here nor there. Also, hey, what about the $48,000 reward for the map? Who is working on that? Well, problem is that a map will not work if you don't know where the edges are. Nothing is a perspective, and you need to account for a landmass that doesn't equate for where you think it is. At least some evidence. I prefer evidence over proof. Proof is kind of asking a lot of people in the chat. Just ask for evidence. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'll play my the outro like normal, and what I do is I'm gonna play a couple songs and get down in there in the chat, because I didn't pay attention to it at all today, so I do apologize. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it, but it'll probably be on for another 10 minutes, and with the music going in the background. So enjoy. Check out my boy Legendary Dukes. It's all his beats, or Jay Alex. I pretty much steal all their music, and so it's always there.